Wait, am I streaming? I am. Hello, everyone, and welcome to this amazing, what day is it? Saturday stream. At a very early time. That's all I have to say. And my goodness, this pop filter's annoying me. Look at this. Look at this arc right here. Look how big it is and how in the way it is. It annoys me, so I bought a new one. That's going to be much better, okay? Anyway, life expectancy US. Why was I looking up life expectancy? Oh yeah, we did that last stream, right? Because COVID is killing us all or something. Crazy. It feels like it's been so long since I've streamed. I don't even know what I'm saying. How do I usually start these streams? When was it? It's not even that long ago. 4 days ago. Very brief stream, catch up short. Oh yeah, Arcane, we talked about that. Oh yeah, also Arcane is in the title today. Early stream before Arcane is over. Because it's finishing, guys. What a sad thing. But not really. I'm glad it's finishing. Excuse me. Kyle Detainment is here with his bronze badge that one day will be disappearing, saying, WTF, this is not stream time. Elite RE, true it is not. Why did I stream at this time? I don't know, because I had nothing better to do. I mean, there's always better things to do, right? I could, I could make a video. I could literally do anything else, but I thought, you know what? I have the time, let me just stream, so here we are. And I bought this camera, so I'm going to make use of it. And I guess there are other ways I could make use of it. You know, I could do like the digest that's like, 3 weeks late that'll come out eventually. But the issue is, for that, I have to like write notes about like, what do I think about Valheim? And I don't know. It'll take me like 5 minutes, and I don't want to really do 5 minutes on that. Who knows? It is what it is. Anyway. Elite RE, remember when we had a Minecraft server? I paid for Minecraft. Crazy. That is true. At some point, you did have a Minecraft server that you went on one. Oh, I did. That you went on one time. Crazy. Now, Elite RE, this car's leaving in 30 minutes. It'll return within an hour and third. Wait. It'll return in an hour and a third. It'll return in an hour a 30. So if stream lasts that long, we can do the great OST. I don't know. You know what? I don't know what Kyle's saying here. Something about waiting. He's in a car or something. I don't know. We'll see. Okay. Kyle is, I know if you're a big fan of the stream, guys, you know that every now and then Kyle Entertainment comes on, and he recently has had two lists, an anime openings list, and an anime endings list, and I've reacted to it. So I think there's one more that we're going to be doing, which is a anime OST list. Now, I don't know what I could possibly react to in an anime OST list where I'm not going to recognize like 90% of them. But you know what? I am interested. We'll see. Anyway. Elite RE, Mr. Beast responded. That is true. That was one of my topics on my stream list. I don't have much to say about it. Oh, it's like literally here. Yeah, I watched this whole thing already. And I watched part of, I saw Turkey Tom was also live, and I watched like part of what he was like reacting to it and stuff. I don't know, it was fine. Yeah, I just wanted to bring it up. I have no thoughts on it at all. It was a fine video, mildly entertaining. Who knows? Mr. Beast has responded indeed. Very odd stream time, very cool, true. Don't expect this to ever happen again. I mean, maybe on the weekends if I'm free, but I guess we'll see. He's late, he's early. No, I think I was late. Maybe I wasn't. Maybe I was like just on time. I definitely wasn't early though. I guess I am technically early. I see the joke. Okay, very funny, guys. No Premium is late. Arcane sucks. Arcane does, it sucks in moments, but like not really. I think it's really good generally. Chainsaw Man fell off. No, I think if anything, it just got better. In views, our views, I don't know how our views are doing. I mean, if we look at back when it was on my channel, not this channel, of course. Let's have a look. What views were we getting? Oh my god, this got a lot of views suddenly. Jesus. This was on 60 views, like in the morning, I think. Now it's on 120. It's doubled, guys. Anyway, where's our Chainsaw Man video? Chainsaw. So it looks like we got roughly 500, say 1,000, 500 to 1,000 views. Now that they're on secondary ENT, we get no views. No, we have 45 views. Not bad. And a bunch of comments, including I love Bucky, it's true, which is an epic Chainsaw Man reference, because Bucky was that bird, the chicken or whatever, crazy, who leaves the timestamp for the Reddit. Which, if Kyle Kyle could definitely do this if he wanted to. There's no reason. Like, it takes like 10 seconds. You know what you do? You hover over this. You're like, oh, where's the Reddit? Oh, like 2124. Let me just, you know, put a thing in the description. Easy. I don't think anyone watches these anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But, yep. Oh my god. I hate my pop filter. I just felt like I was referencing that girl. I hate my life! Or whatever. You know the one. Alright. Valheim 2 Electric Boogaloo. That is a reference to some movie or something that I don't really know about, but true. More like Chainsaw Man Part 2. Electric Boogaloo, right? You're dumb, Elite, you're dumb. True. You know, I tried to pass Kyle's message, but something about a car, something about an hour and a half. I don't know. You'll recognize at least a third of them, dummy. I doubt that. I mean, maybe I'll recognize them, but I'm not going to be like, oh yeah, this. I love this, you know? Like, openings and endings I love. Some OSTs I love, but it's like very much rarer, I think. Will Ari notice how many Naruto entries there are and realize its peak? I doubt it. I feel like there almost certainly are some OSTs from things that I haven't seen that I'll recognize. Just because of like things on TikTok and I don't know, just random things I hear every now and then. Oh, jeez. Lead Aria, I torrented 3 Project A curse before I got one with subtitles. That's terrible. That's why you should never torrent. You should support the official release, and if there isn't one, then you wait until there is an official one, okay? Who's torrenting raw anime? The Japanese YouTubers 45 is bad. I don't do it on principle. The timestamps, I guess Kyle's referring to here. I don't know what his principle is that he wouldn't do it, but yeah, true. Just look at the screen and you'll see when Reddit begins. True, just look at the screen and you could, like, you know, spend 5 seconds doing a timestamp and easy. No one has to look at the screen anymore. I think the intuition is that you want as many viewers to have as hassle-free of an experience in getting to the part that they want to watch so that they come back next time. They don't just have, like, this barrier, like, ugh, I have to, like, touch the scroll bar and, like, fuck, I hate this pop filter, by the way. Anyway, you have to touch the scroll bar and find the bit. It's like a big barrier. We hate barriers here. We're breaking down barriers. Just look at the screen. Read that already. There's only one Naruto song. That's great. Part 1, no based. At least, I don't think so. Shippuden is much better. Okay. I caught up on chat. Record time. The Last of Us Season 2 2025 first trailer. Is this a fan trailer again? Am I going to get tricked here? Why don't we look it up? The Last of Us Season 2 trailer. No, it's Hannah. No, 1 month ago. I guess it's not official. It's a shame. We have Jack's Films, who we don't like. We don't like Jack's Films here. Oh, there's a Minecraft movie trailer. That's right. I never saw this. Now this could be more interesting.
Trailer, take 2.
It's a cute bee.
I am Steve. As a child, I yearned for the mines, but something always got in the way. Go on! Get out of here!
This is our world. What the hell?
But the call of the mines was too strong. So one day, I started digging and digging until I found
Tesseract? Jesus.
this. A wonderland where anything you can imagine is possible. As long as what you imagine can be built out of blocks. Atta boy!
Where are we?
Wait, who are you again?
Garrett the Garbage Man Garrison. Gamer of the Year 1989. Whatever. I barely think about it.
Welcome to the overworld. Anything you can dream about here?
Oh my god, it's a redstone. I love redstone.
This place makes no sense.
Don't I know it?
There are dark forces who want to destroy this world. If we want to stop them, we're gonna need to create something amazing. Let's go to the stash.
This is our decision. Nothing we can do. We've got the vision. Now let's have some fun. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
What's this junk?
An ender pearl. Teleports you to wherever you throw it.
Yeah, right.
And that was the only one I had. No biggie.
We were fated to pretend.
Oh yeah, there's one more thing you need to know.
Great. Now it's dark.
Did that feel quick to anyone else?
Oh my god. Ay, ay, ay. Visually, that looks pretty good, actually. Like, surprisingly. Way better than the last one. But you know what? This just reinforced my motion idea that, this is obviously a kid's movie, okay? Not for me. I'm almost certainly not going to watch this. And the skeletons look bad. I don't like the skeletons. That's not a Minecraft skeleton. Ridiculous. Unless they actually do look like that. Wait. Minecraft skeleton. No, skeleton. Yeah, these look like more evil, you know? These just look like neutral. A skeleton isn't out to get you. A skeleton just sees you and just happens to shoot you, you know? It's ridiculous. Anyway. Alright. Shippuden is much better. I'm not giving the viewers what they want. I hate viewers except Priam. There ain't no new Last of Us trailer. We're gonna watch Arcane videos today. Yeah, we probably should. There was the one Deku sent a while ago. We could watch that. I am Steve. True. Mr. Girl reference. Maybe. I'm very excited for this movie. Okay, I'm not. Cinema is back. This is great, guys. I'm so glad you're excited. No biggie. React harder. True, Priam. True. I hate reacting. So much so that I recorded a 10-minute reaction to episode 4 of season 2 of Arcane. And then I scrapped it because I was like, this isn't good at all. I'll never do this. I'm not going to be a reactor. So yep, we're done. What is this? Is this a manga thing or an anime thing, I wonder? I don't know. Some JJK thing. Anyway, what's on the actual list today? Now that we've done what we set out to do here. Mr. Beast responds. We can get rid of that. Oh, we got some tier lists. Oh, Jesus Christ. We got this. If it loads, oh my goodness, okay. We got this. So this one's a Chainsaw Man / Fire Punch, or is it just Chainsaw Man? Yes, I guess there's like a few Fire Punch characters here. This one's like a Chainsaw, no, a Fire Punch one. And this one, tier list of iPhone models. I don't know. There was some discourse about the iPhone, and I was like, oh, I could like talk about the iPhone a bit. So yep, we can do some of these. One Piece episode 1 reaction. I mean, there's nothing stopping me. I could easily record one. Like, I have the setup for it. I have a thing in OBS to record reactions, but I just don't. Honestly, I just don't react. And when I do react, it's just like a terrible reaction. No one would want to watch it, so it's not happening. Red flag tier list. True, that is a thing Kyle did. If you can send me the tier list, maybe I'll do it. I'm not gonna spend time on it, but I'll do it pretty quickly. Let's spin the wheel. No, we're not spinning the wheel until Arcane is done. Okay. Ay. All right. I mean, I don't really want to do the Chainsaw Man one as well. We can just do a quick Fire Punch one. So I guess mild Fire Punch spoilers here. Honestly, probably like full Fire Punch spoilers. Not that there's going to be much to spoil, but I'd say come back if you're interested in not getting spoiled on this. And half of these I'm probably not going to recognize either. Like, let's do a who? No, don't recognize. Let's do that. Who don't I recognize? I don't know. I'm sure there's some. So this is I think this is the guy who is a big fan of Agni, like the Agniism religion, and is he the bat guy? He has a bat or something? I don't know. He's okay. B. There's this woman who I don't remember. She had some power and she didn't really do much. C. I assume this is like one of the people that were broken out of prison to help fight Agni. We need a tier below C here. Wait, oh my god, I just did the complete opposite. We gotta add a row. Alright, we got C. We got D. C, D. I don't even know what he was at all. This could be anyone. This could be some random person in the village. It could be someone from Agni and Luna's village back in the day. I have no idea. Is this a young Doma? Doma was pretty cool. He'll get an A. I also don't know if that is Doma, but probably. The Doma I recognize had a beard, so... I think this is, again, one of the special people who have, like, a power and they, like, fight, or a blessing, and they fight Agni. I don't know. He can go in D. This, I, again, don't... You know what? Half of these, like I said, I'm not going to recognize them, but I think this is one of Judah's, like, regeneration friends. I think they're C. They were perfectly serviceable. No idea who this old person is. Now, the question is this Luna? Is this Judah? Or is this... I mean... No, I guess it can't be Sulia. I'm going to assume this is Judah. Would they separate Judah and post-Luna Judah? I don't even know. Judah's pretty cool. It's like weird saying... Like, Judah isn't really... I guess Fire Punch does comment. It doesn't comment on it, but it, like... It's a fool's errand to kind of rank Judah as a character, because she isn't really... There's, like, so many different iterations of Judah's identity that it's like, I don't know. Like, there's Judah, right? Then there's, like... Judah post-tree stuff, where she's, like, doesn't remember anything. Then there's Judah, like, post-tree stuff, post, like, 10-year time skip, where she, like, has become someone else entirely, and it's like, there's that character. Then there's, like... There's Judah, like, post-sun death, like... remembering, getting all her powers back kind of Judah, and it's like these are all different characters entirely. Like, you could, if you just gave them different names and didn't know that they were the same person, you'd believe that. So I don't know, A, which is interesting. Neneto or whatever her name is, S, she's probably the best, no, probably the second, probably the best character, honestly. She's, I don't know, grounded. She's like kind of funny sometimes. She gets annoyed by things. I don't know. Neneto is great. No, again, no idea who this person is. Oh, this guy, the Griffith reference. I don't know. He's like he was cool in every fight scene that he had. He was cool. I think he said that he wanted to die or something at some point, or maybe that was Agni like trying to project himself. I don't know. It was kind of cool. He was great. We love him. Wait, is this Neneto? Am I crazy? Are there like multiple young and old characters here? I don't know, S? I mean, I'll just put it in like the... I guess they're literally doing the thing I said before, which is like separating the multiple versions. NA, not applicable. Old Neneto. Oh, there's going to be old and young Sun. I'm just going to let's take the old version of Sun. Sun is pretty sick. Initially, we think he's a bit... delusional, and he loves his sugar. Remember when he like offered the sugar and it like blew on the bridge and I almost cried because it was so sad. And then his delusions are given power because he is incredibly strong, and it's like kind of crazy. We're giving this crazy person power, and here they are killing people. So A. Young Sun. No clue who this is. I assume one of Doma's children, perhaps. Oh, Sulia, obviously S. She is pretty great. You know, she pretends to be the eye switch. I like her character design with like the hood and everything. She's like maniacal and stuff, but like not really. She kind of just like wants to make the world a better place, but like kind of not as well. What else? She's also kind of chill, you know? Like, you would expect her to be more of a presence, but she's really not. I don't know. I like her a lot. No clue who this is again. Where's the guy who was wanting to rape the girls and had like he was really strong and cut off Sun's legs? Because that guy was kind of funny. But I guess he's not on here. I don't know. I guess he was a very brief character for like 2 chapters or something. Togata. Probably B. I like her a lot. I guess, but also like some of the detrimental stuff. I guess her like her character got a little annoying. I guess toward the end of it, like I didn't find her. Not toward the end, like toward the middle of it. Like the end stuff was probably the most interesting stuff. It's like this. It's like a curve where it's like, oh, this is really cool, doing a bunch of meta stuff, interesting character. And then it's like, oh, okay, it's a bit overdone here, you know, I'm getting a bit tired of this kind of humor here. And then it's like, oh, we're back to like that interesting character element. But overall, probably B. No clue who this is. Agni's pretty cool. Agni, you know, is he S? No, probably not. Probably top of A. Agni. No, it probably is. I mean, I don't know if it's as a character, but as like an archetype, or not an archetype, like a concept, I think is really interesting. Like, the protagonist who like, what's the interesting element of it? I really like the fact that he just like tries to create his utopia at the cost of like, at the cost of the sanity and, wellness of people around him. I think it's kind of cool. So yeah, I think Agni's really interesting. I guess this is post like, I guess this would be Fire Punch and this would be Agni, but they're closer in character than the variations of Judah. Old Doma, I don't know, one of the superpower people, I guess. This was one of the girls. I don't know, probably the least interesting one. I think she was the one who was the surgeon or something. I don't know. I'm gonna assume this is Luna. We very briefly had any of the original Luna. She was kind of, I don't know, pretty standard. Like her most interesting thing is her motivational words at the end to kind of tell Agni to live, but beyond that, there's not much. And how the hell am I meant to recognize who this is? It's just like it looks like Agni, but maybe post tree, but before. No, after. I don't know. I don't know what this is, so we'll put him in. Probably don't recognize. Anyway, that's the Fire Punch tier list. Nenator. I mean, Agni's probably better than Sulia. Nenator, Agni, and Sulia are probably the three that I found the most interesting. Sun is probably between S and A for Fire Punch scale, at least. And who are the bad ones? I don't know. The ones that I didn't really do anything, I guess. So there you go. I hope you're happy, someone out there. There's only like 4 Fire Punch characters. Well, I know there's at least one that is not here, which was that guy I talked about. The crazy rapist guy who cut off Sun's legs. Unless he's one of the ones I didn't recognize, but I don't. Oh, it could be this guy, maybe. I don't know. Batman. So it was Batman, I guess. That girl's name is Bitch. That is what Kyle said, but I don't think that's the case. That's the gay guy Togata looks after. Oh, okay. I do vaguely remember that. Interesting. Elite Ari didn't read Fire Punch. That's why he's dumb when he talks about it. True. And Kyle thought that the first few chapters of Fire Punch were like intentionally bad so that the rest of his story would be good. True. He looks nothing like Griffith. I mean, you know, besides the helmet, you know, like the Femtor. Oh, sorry, I meant Femtor, not Griffith, I guess. I guess that's like the issue. Anyway. Blind and dumb, Elite Ari. That's me. Truly a sad moment with the sugar. Yeah, I almost cried. Yeah, that was really sad. You put the guy who cut off Sun's legs in C already. No, that's not who I'm talking about. Okay, maybe he cut it off. I thought it was the other guy. He had like glasses or something. You know, did Kyle forget who I'm talking about, or did I just refer to the wrong person? Fire Punch characters. Where is he? I'm not going to know his name. Oh, wait, I'm a genius. Oh, wait, no, I just found it here. It is the... Oh, my God, I am truly a genius, because I said that it's probably this guy, and it is. Because that's his... That was the cropped photo. Remember this guy? I thought he cut Sun's legs off. I'm waiting for Kyle to tell me if I'm wrong or if he's wrong here. Who was the person who cut Sun's legs off? Was it this guy like I said? Or was it the other guy like Kyle said? Let's see who truly read Fire Punch here. So go ahead, Kyle, go do your checking and let's find out. Okay, we can only have one correct person here. Calling Togata she. Couldn't be me, Elite Ari. That is true. Kyle was he was struggling with pronouns throughout this entire discussion for Fire Punch. And you know what I did? I just used the pronouns that were used in this in the actual story. So, yep. Heath is dabbing. Kyle says, well, that's easily the worst tier list I've ever seen. That is true. I bet Kyle's mad because he really likes Togata, and I put her low down. He looks even less like Femto. True. Guys, does this character right here, does this look more like Griffith or like Femto? I don't know. But Kyle knows. Well, you're talking about his brother, then, the big guy. He did cut his legs off, but the other one healed it. So who was the one who cut the legs off? This guy or the other guy? I need to know. You skipped my flags message. What was your flags message? Didn't I read one out? Yeah. I guess we'll never know who cut someone's legs off. Anyway. So we do have, straight from Kyle Entertainment himself, red and green flags for dating. I don't even know what this is. RLP tier list maker. Oh, this is like really short. So these are bad. Top is really bad. Won't let you use. Also, I have no dating experience whatsoever. Okay, so I have no. This is all coming from my intuition here. Won't let you use their phone. Completely neutral. I don't care. Violent, fanatics, sexual. That sounds bad. I don't know what this means. I mean, you know what I'm also gonna have? I'm gonna have a tier at the bottom for what? What does this mean? Okay. No car. It's like a green flag. I kind of like that. No bed frame. Bed on ground. Probably like a neutral thing. Likes Andrew Tate. Oh, I guess this is like, would there be a woman who likes Andrew Tate? Maybe. Jordan Peterson. Matt Walsh. I don't know. Neutral. I guess there's like a little bit of like, oh, that's kind of strange. Likes Hassan Piker. That's, I mean, not really. It's probably better than liking Andrew Tate or something. Listens to obscure music. It's kind of cool because I don't like music. So, I mean, if they care about music, no, it's like neutral, I think. Does not listen to music. That's pretty good. That's a green flag right there. No job. That's like a, well, it depends on their circumstances. It's probably neutral generally. Route the service staff, waiters, etc. That's a solid red flag. Always has to argue or say the opposite. Debater, that's like a green flag. We like that. Has zero friends. That's like, that would obviously depend on the circumstances, but if someone truly has zero friends, it's probably a bit concerning. Solid red flag. Talks to their ex, that's like completely neutral. Not a lot of dating history. It's like neutral. Waking up early, completely neutral. Oh, waking up early again. We'll put it in completely neutral. Wants to look at your phone a lot. I don't know, neutral. So there we go. Almost everything is neutral. I guess I lean more toward the green flag stuff than the red flag stuff. I don't know. How easy was this list? Crazy. I literally answer, but you either skipped it or you got censored. It definitely did get skipped. But I think you're coping. I think that there is no answer and you've just coped into not saying anything. Elite Ari, would you let your girlfriend look through your phone to check if you're cheating? Yeah. I mean, I guess it would depend on our relationship, I guess, right? But almost certainly. Well, no, it would. I don't know, actually. That's a good question. Because it's like, they should trust me, right? I don't know. Probably. That's the answer. There we go. You're just as open as me. I don't know about that. Kyle had no deal breakers. I remember that. That was pretty funny. Except for the kids. No, Kyle had one deal breaker, which is that if they don't want kids, then he's not even consider dating them. Because it's gonna ruin him, his mental image or something. What if they like Hassan, but it's only because they think he's hot? Is that better or worse? I don't. I think it's like completely neutral. I don't know. Hassan's like kind of, I think he's like a bad person, but I mean, there's a million reasons someone could like Hassan, and almost all of them are like fine. I don't really care. The Andrew Tate thing is more because it's like kind of, I guess that's probably more neutral too, but it's like kind of strange, I guess. I'd be like, oh, I didn't know the girls liked Andrew Tate. I'd be more curious about like what the reason is for liking him. Less so than like the fact that they like him. Like I don't think that would be that big of a deal. Yeah. No, don't let her look through your phone, idiot. She's paranoid. Yeah, maybe. But also I want them to be crazy, says Kyle. Yep. Okay. Now onto the third tier list here today. Ranking the iPhones. So I guess we're just going to talk about generally how they are. Now there's a few of these that I wouldn't have had or ever had any experience with. So never had. I've never had an SE. Never had the original iPhone. Never had a 3G. No, sorry. Never had a 3GS. I don't know where that is. Never had the R. In fairness, I've had like the max version. I'm just going to do the max versions for all those. Never had the 11. Or the 13. Or the 12. Or the 3GS. Or another SE. Or the 5C. Or the 6. Or any of the minis. Look at this. We're really getting down here. This is great. What else? I had a 6S Plus, not a 6. Never had the SE. Didn't have an 8 or an 8 Plus. I think I had the 10S Max. Oops. A few weeks ago, I was actually streaming using my iPhone 11 Pro. That was my camera. Then the 12 Pro Max, the 13 Pro Max, the 14 Pro Max. All right, we've done it, guys. Okay, so. I guess we kind of have to go in order. The 3G was like pretty bad, but at the time it was pretty good. But in retrospect, I just think of it as like it was really slow and it couldn't really do much. So C. What came after that? The 4? The 4 has got to be S. This was like the biggest step up, and I was like, holy shit, this is crazy. It's got a camera. It's got like a new design. It's got like a really high resolution screen. It's got, it's just better in every regard. And it was like a giant step up. And there was like the whole controversy about it getting stolen by Gizmodo or something. And it was crazy. My goodness. iPhone 4, awesome. Oh, I thought this was my list. I'm like, I've done none of these. The 4S was like kind of, it was lame. This was, I think, yeah, this was the first like S kind of upgrade, unless you count the 3GS, I guess. But it was like the same, but like slower, and it would overheat a bit more. And not slower, sorry. The same, but like slightly faster. And it would overheat more, which I didn't like. So I guess B, but it was fine. Then we have the iPhone 5. I guess the big thing was that it was taller and it was lighter. No, I think it was just mainly just the tall aspect. I think the next one after it was lighter, but it was like kind of okay. It was the first time the screen size changed. It got a little bigger, but it was a bit weird. It was a bit like longer. I don't know. It was fine. 5S I think was the same, but lighter with a fingerprint scanner. It was the fingerprint scanner was kind of cool when that got introduced. I like that. So I'll give that an A. The 6 Plus was awesome because it was like a giant screen, and I was like, I love this. But it's not like iPhone 4 tier like upgrade. But giant screen was great. We love it so much. Then we had the 7 Plus. This was pretty terrible. The only thing I think that was better was the cameras. And like the matte black color that like got scratched really easily. I think this is probably one of the worst upgrades. So probably D for that. Then instead of the 8, I got the iPhone 10, which is like obviously awesome in like every regard. There was so many like updates and like basically a big form factor change entirely. The new interaction with the touch, well, what do you even call it? The touch bar? I don't know. No, not the touch bar. Whatever, the thing at the bottom. It was a big upgrade, better in every way. We love it. Oh, I didn't do the 6S. 6S was like the 6, but like, I don't know. It was like pretty much the same. Like, well, I don't remember anything about her overheating and stuff to put the 4S a bit down. So I put in the same tier as the 6. The iPhone 10s Max, the best thing about this was the size. It was basically the iPhone 10, but like bigger. So I like that a lot. So that's definitely S. 11 Pro had a really cool camera for night mode, but I don't take many photos. So it didn't really I didn't really care about it that much, so B. 12 Pro Max was sick because you got the magnetic charging thing and that like MagSafe stuff. That was life changing. So that is absolutely an S. 13, I don't even know what the change was in the 13, so probably like a C. I guess all the more recent ones are like pretty solid. They're all like the same thing, so maybe B for that. Then 14 Pro, I don't remember. Is this the first one with the dynamic island? It was fine. I don't know. B. There we go, guys. The iPhone's ranked. How exciting. 4, 10, 10S, and the 12 are all pretty great. I guess one thing that also changed with me is that I used to use a case, and these days I don't use a case anymore. I don't think I've used one since the iPhone 5S, I think. I've never used one since then. Crazy. So much better, you know? Destiny's mom likes Andrew Tate. I doubt that. I mean, maybe like, I don't think she's like a big fan of him though. That'd be kind of crazy, right? Like she's looking up Andrew Tate content and like watching that. I don't know, maybe. Does Andrew Tate even make content anymore? Is he like still in house arrest? I have no idea. I don't know why I'm asking you guys. I don't think you're going to know either, but I mean, you could look it up, I guess, but how come there's no difference between any iPhone ever, except some they decide being small is cool and they swap it next year? I mean, pretty, like every year, basically, I think they just made it 2 versions, right? Like ever since like maybe 2014, it's just been like the normal size and the big size. I don't know. Bro, how do you remember which phones you have? Because I think I've had basically like every year since like 9th grade, the family has gotten like 1 new iPhone. And that'll be me. I'll get the newest one, and then like it shifts down. Like my sister gets my old one, and then my mom gets my sister's old one, and my dad gets my mom's old one. So I feel like I've just had the newest iPhone every year because we have to get a new one every year. So I know a lot of these basically. I don't even know what phone I have now. A 12, I think. That's great, but that sounds too recent. I don't know. 12's pretty old. Says Creedon. That's great. Thank you, Creedon. I got this thing like 3 years ago at least. Hey, I've got that magnetic charging thing. That means it's probably a 12 or a 12 Pro or something. I don't know. Destiny's mum argued with him about liking Andrew Tate. That's great. Now, is she an Andrew Tate fan? I have no idea. Yeah. It's getting hot these days, guys. It's like 30 degrees outside at the moment, I think. I could check, but I also don't care that much to check. Now, what do we have to actually do? Is there anything else on my list? Where's my list? So, we did all the tier lists. Oh, go over my tweets. Did I even tweet anything? I don't think I did. But you never know. Oh yeah, this cool, like, a rough piece of art or something or whatever. Oh, it looks cool. Jinx. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, we had our video come out for Arcane. I guess I can talk about this a little bit. Well, hello everyone and welcome back. True, welcome back. So many comments. Let's look at them. I guess right now, Arcane spoilers. Don't listen to this if you are concerned about Season 2 of Arcane. You will be spoiled, okay? I don't like this Kyle guy. It's true, Kyle is trying to get ahead of the hate for him by being a controlled opposition here. And then Mir is a genius and commented that Ari, I also got the sense that Mel is the bastard. True. And after this discussion, basically in Arcane Season 2, you know, there's this revelation that, oh my gosh, Mel's mum had like a child, and that child is like important for some reason that I don't quite understand. And Kyle was like, oh, like, we have no idea who this is. And I was like, isn't it Mel? And then Kyle like kind of convinced me because I was like, oh, maybe I'm just like wrong. But then I like remembered that her eyes glowed red and she like broke out of this thing. And I'm like, oh, so obviously it's Mel, right? Like, obviously. And then Kyle was like, I don't remember her eyes going red. And I'm like, yeah, 100% her eyes like glowed red. And then at the end I was like, oh, you know, maybe her eyes glowed like another color. I don't know, but they definitely glowed. And Mel is obviously the crazy, prophesized, I don't know if they're prophesized, but the crazy, daughter? No, I guess daughter in this case. But no, here we have Mir with a little bit of a weak statement, you know, saying I also got the sense that Mel is the bastard, when to me it feels like it's like 95% confirmed, but I guess we'll see in a few hours. But, you know, at least Mir is supporting me. We'd love that. Lamel, literally as I typed that, Kyle said he expects me to confirm. True. Kyle relies on me to support him. Really cool moment as a League fan was Caitlyn revealing that Singed's real name is Revok. In the lore, they were not explicitly connected, but it was a fan theory that they were the same person. So sick to have that confirmed after so many years. That also tells us who Singed's daughter is. I doubt Arcane is going to cover that, but if you don't want to risk that spoiler, then don't look into it. We will not look into this. But I guess this might imply that Singed's daughter comes back. Or maybe, honestly, actually, maybe not. Because I know there's like, I think there's like younger character champions in League. Like, I think there's like kids. Or maybe not. Maybe they just like a short or something. I don't know. So I guess maybe his daughter was like a champion before. I don't know. Anyway, this was a fun discussion. Very passionate at points. I'd definitely say that. But yep, longer than the last one for sure. Also, speaking of Mia, I think Mia commented on something that I liked recently. Liked the comment, hearted the comment. Not that I agreed with him, of course. I think it was my most recent live stream. So we got oh, look at this. My goodness, the red background. Look at me today with the purple background. Isn't that crazy? Anyway. I need to challenge myself to talk about subjects you find interesting instead of gender and themes. Exhaling air emoji. True. Anyway. Let's see. I'm sure I tweeted some great things. That is probably true. Is Mira a genius or is Kyle low IQ? In this case, I think Kyle is low IQ. But also, you know, I guess I could be proven wrong. And Kyle has, in the past, somehow come out on top in all of these debates, I think, in terms of Arcane. So, I guess we'll see. You should watch the Ambessa music video, Ari. Wait, what? What does that even mean? I guess like a League of Legends one? Arcane Season 2, Blood, Sweat... Oh, it's like a maybe taking an edit of like... Oh, Netflix, I just realized. Oh no, it's gonna be traumatic moments to... Or flashbacks when I reacted to Arcane, oh my god. Wait, how long is this? Okay, 4 minutes, and we'll see. Is that her? Wait, before we continue, I have no idea if this is like canon to the show or if this is like a completely different thing, so maybe someone let me know. Oh, it just did the Arcane thing. Ah, yeah, wait, let's start again. It did the Arcane thing of like, I was born, whatever, wolves or whatever, that shows a wolf. And I'm like, oh my god, alright. Crazy.
I was raised by wolves. I was born to lead. And I starve till there's no more.
This reminds me of, hey, this is like a literal Turbuscus trailer. There's like an original song for this, I wonder. Is she naked? Oh my god. I guess if you're like a League fan, these are all characters you'd recognize and be freaking out, but... Oh wow, it's that species from League of Legends. Oh, she's like Thor's. Oh my god, holding a lamb. What is this like artistic thing? I don't get it. Like the metal form or whatever? It's this damn lamb visual. I don't know if it's like a League reference or if it's just being so symbolic about like life or whatever and good people and all that.
It's all I know.
Wait, was that the... This like hex tech stuff? Isn't that the thing inside the hex tech? Am I crazy? Why is she dancing? I guess this isn't canon? I don't know. I assume there's not some random chair she sits on? I don't know.
Is all I know.
Was that Mel? Oh, it's not even Arcane. Okay, I thought this was an Arcane thing. Oh my god. Ay. Oh, it is Arcane. Oh my god, they got me. Maybe it's canon to both. Maybe it's in the League canon and the Arcane canon. I don't know. Anyway. I mean, that was like... I don't know. It's fine. I don't know. It was like kind of cool in a way. I'm more curious about that hex tech thing. Or if that was like some other League thing that I'm sure it was that I'm just not understanding. But anyway. And I assume this is meant to be Ambessa, right? Like it's not meant to be like the... This is meant to be like the Mel's sister or something. And I don't know. I guess it kind of looked like her at parts. Anyway. We watched it, Heath. Minty agree... Well, actually, we should read the comments. What do people think? Maybe there'll be spoilers here. I don't know. Arcane is the embodiment of how to write well-crafted characters. All the characters are so brilliantly written, and Arcane doesn't waste a single damn frame. The amount of love that went into this show is undeniably so much. True. Oh, this reminds me of... I got another comment. This was a triggering comment, okay? No, not this. On Ordinary Ari. Is Mel a Lee character? I doubt it. Never heard her before. Where is it? We got an amazing comment from Jarky Bacon. This confirms... so basically there's like a clip, okay? Wait, like this. Like it's okay, but it's like the animation looks okay, you know? It's nothing amazing. And then I watched episode 2 and I was like, okay, that's like... that's really good. I enjoyed that quite a lot. Then episode 3 happened and I was like, oh my god, this is like the... whatever, then I glazed episode 3, right? Bacon says, this confirms I can't trust Ari's opinion on anything animation related, Lamau. Arcane has comfortably some of the best, if not the best animation in the first 10 minutes. And this isn't even including the cinematography and the use of the camera, or the use of sound and framing. Don't worry, Ari makes up for it later. True. So Bacon is obviously wrong here. Obviously he's like a little bit right, but also... I know that Bacon knows this, and I know that anyone listening knows this. What I am doing in this situation is trying to build a narrative that I wasn't into Arcane in the first 2 episodes, and just so I can emphasize how good episode 3 is, right? When I say, oh, the animation wasn't anything amazing or whatever, personally, yeah, sure, that's fine or whatever. Like, I'm not, like, in this moment, I'm not giving a thorough critique of, like, Arcane's animation or anything. I'm being a bit, like... exaggeratory or hyperbolic so that I can kind of put down the first 2 episodes to say how good episode 3 is, basically. Obviously, I think Arcane's animation is amazing. And I obviously wouldn't... Yeah, and Bacon knows this, so I don't know. Anyway, he triggered me, okay, with his comment, but... Anyway. Minty agreed with me about the obvious retconning. He's so smart. I feel like if anything, Minty was probably the one who inspired you to think this. So I think you're the one probably who copied Minty's take. So I'm not shocked that Minty tried to defend that take, because that is his probably original take, I assume. React harder, you finna get copyright struck. True. One day I will. It'll be the saddest day in my life. I'll have to stop streaming. It'll probably scare me off streaming forever. Lidari reacting so hard, he's predicting the other reactions, maybe. I'm pretty sure it's... Oh, wait a minute. Jesus Christ. I'm pretty sure it's half an ad for skins and Bessa backstory. I guess that makes sense. She was like recently added into the game or whatever, right? I'm gonna be buying these skins soon. True. Imagine if like Arcane got Kyle into League of Legends. Wouldn't that be hilarious? Oh my god. Spoilers. This is actually like the first scene from episode 7. That'd be kind of crazy. Is Mel a League character? I read that already. I don't think so. Mel's going to be added to the auto battler like Silker was. True. Bacon just didn't understand your genius, Lidari. So true. Me and Minty can't copy one another. We are one. True. All right. Well, that was kind of cool. Thank you, Heath, for that video. You know, I feel like I've just learned so much about Ambessa and her love of lambs, and her symbolic significance. And she was raised by wolves, and the song said it, and then it was shown visually. It was kind of cool. All right. Back to tweets, I guess. Is there anything else to say about this? No. These have been fun. I like these discussions. I guess I like any discussion where I actually say stuff, which is usually stuff on my channel. So anyway, 5-punch discussion. Oh no, that's it, right? This cool Jinx, like I assume it's like a CG render or something, but it looks pretty cool. Oh. This is, I've hit my pop filter the most I've ever hit it in this one stream here. All right. The 3-episode release is changing TV. Crazy. I wonder why. Pay Talks Anime, our favorite channel, which apparently I did like. That's what I think Priam said. Oh my god. Arcane has one weakness. I wonder what that weakness is. I'm so curious. I feel like it has a few weaknesses, but let's see. What is... Let me guess. What would someone who says that... Actually, I don't know what they think about Arcane. Maybe they don't like it. What would they say? What is the one weakness of Arcane? If I had to pick what people would say. It is released recently. So it could be maybe the pacing, or like how there's little build up to things, maybe? I don't know.
Season of Arcane has been lauded as potentially the best video game adaptation ever made. I'm sure there are some other examples people might argue are better, but the fact that it's even in the conversation...
Did he always have such a like bassy voice? I don't remember this.
The first season of Arcane has been...
Let's watch his this one again.
Fear is a pretty...
Oh, I guess he did. I don't know, I just forgot.
Right. Proves my point. Arcane has succeeded as an adaptation where many have failed, but the expectations that were set between season 1 and 2 are drastically different. And in my video last week talking about season 2 of Arcane,
oh, maybe the conclusion or wrap up,
be able to hold up to the hype. Act 1 was fantastic, and while there were many incredible moments in the second act, the more I've sat with it, the more I've realized that I'm disappointed. Not because the show was proven to be terrible, there's still time to salvage it, but because it's going to be overwhelmingly difficult to do it right. My name is Pei, and today we're talking about Schrodinger's Act. Arcane's in a really interesting position. As I'm working on this video, the third act is yet to air. I'll be releasing it actually the same day.
Wait. Is my bass this bad? Or like this, not bad, I mean, it's not terrible, but like this... Because I know I also boost like some elements of the voice, but I think it sounds better for me. But now that I'm seeing someone else who does that, and I don't like it, I hope I don't sound like this. Another month, another digest, where I rank all the movies, TV shows, games, and any other type of media.
But because it's going to be overwhelmingly difficult to do it right. My name is Pei, and today we're talking about...
You know what? I think I am a bit too similar to this.
I finished last month.
Maybe I should fix that. Oh my god.
About Schrodinger's Act. Arcane's in a really interesting position. As I'm working on this video, the third act is yet to air. I'll be releasing it actually the same day it airs. Because my main takeaway after finishing the second act is that the quality of the third will ultimately determine whether or not this is the point where Arcane fell apart, or just a dip before a fantastic finale. And I think the first is significantly more likely than the second. Like Schrodinger's cat currently existing in both states, waiting to be determined by the release of the...
It's kind of crazy. Personally, I haven't looked up anything. Like I haven't read, have I? I don't think I've read any... like even threads on Reddit or seen anyone on Twitter talking about anything about this. I have no idea what the like public perception. The only thing I know is what Kyle tells me, which is apparently it was like rushed, or like people are complaining that it was finished. Not finished, sorry. that it's wrapping up too quickly. And I saw like the EFAP comments that I read out on stream last time. I think that's the extent of what I know. Did people not like the second act? Because to me, it was like so clearly better, but mainly because I guess it had a lot more interesting, like a lot more stuff going on than in the first act. Like the Victor stuff was really interesting. The Vanda stuff was really interesting. The like girl stuff, the whatever her name is, Isha. No, not Isha. Yeah, Isha. Like all that stuff was interesting. Whereas when I think of the first act, I don't think of as many interesting things. Even the Chase stuff was like actually interesting in this. I'm kind of surprised if people thought the second act wasn't as good. Like he's saying here, I guess. That's kind of crazy to me, but...
The final act. I think there's about a 70% chance that Arcane doesn't live up to a satisfying conclusion for me, and a 30% chance that they find some line that does. I'm calling my shot here and might look silly. And if I do, I'll be back next week to acknowledge.
I think I even said this in the discussion. I feel like there's a 95... No, probably not 95. There's like a really good chance, I think, that they wrap this all up and people will be happy with it. Because they're like... It seems like this is made by a very competent group of people. So I'd be shocked if they like did mess up the ending, but I guess we'll see.
Acknowledge it. But Arcane has one significant problem that I'm constantly seeing others point to and also experiencing myself. It's pacing. Season 2 has been...
Oh, it is! I'm a genius! Oh, yeah, the pacing is the issue. Oh my god.
Ambitious. Its story is filled
the one good thing about Arcane is the problem, guys.
Characters and plot lines, all of which have to find a satisfying conclusion in 3 episodes. But Arcane Season 2 has also been introducing new plot lines deep in the second act, while constantly brushing over important moments that I think deserved more time. So if Arcane's pacing really is struggling, where did it all start going wrong? And why might the show's creators be...
Probably in Act 2 of Season 1, when there was a giant time skip. That's what ruined everything.
Prey to this specific problem. Spoiler warning for Season 2, Act 2 of Arcane. While I have concerns and criticisms, part of what makes Season 2 so complicated to talk about is that it's a weird mix of writing decisions that I love and ones that I don't really understand. In last week's video, I talked about how Act 1 from Season 1 and 2 had beautiful parallels between both Jinx and Caitlyn's descent to madness.
Oh,
and in
boy.
both seasons, there was a time skip between the first and second act, but the difference was I felt like we got to see what Jinx had become, whereas with Caitlyn, it felt like they immediately brushed over the entire arc of her being that leader. We never see the aggression that was set up throughout all of the first act, the anger that allowed her to be used.
That was the refreshing subversion that we didn't have to see Caitlyn become this like maniacal villain. I was like, thank God, because it sounded so boring. So I'm glad that they didn't do that, but I guess maybe pay wishes they did.
As a pawn by Ambessa, someone that would escalate conflict between Zahn and Piltover. We just see her regrets of having done it, but even then we just get a small glimpse of what she actually did. An incredibly important part of the first season of Arcane was all the little moments they explored that made the world feel bigger than just our ensemble cast. Stories in pursuit of efficiency so often create worlds that feel like they disappear off screen. In Season 1, Arcane did not fall prey to that. A good example of this is all the scenes involving Huck as a character, his negotiation in The Last Drop and eventual addiction to Shimmer. He was a character that was never a priority, but one that still felt like a person.
Now he's
Whereas
dead.
in Season 2,
Oh
Huck
my
has only ever
God.
felt like a puzzle piece used to progress the plot. Take, for example, Huck's role in Victor's entire arc as what I assumed to be a false prophet, given everything that happened to Victor's followers after he was shot.
Wait, I don't think he's a false prophet. I think Victor's powers were incredibly like efficient. I think the issue is that he was a prophet, and that's the issue, right? I guess it depends what you mean by prophet, right? I assume by prophet you mean like someone who is prophesized to like lead to great things. And he did, right? Like he had the power to do it, but it was taken out of his hands. Wait, let me go back again.
But one that still felt like a person. Whereas in Season 2, Huck has only ever felt like a puzzle piece used to progress the plot. Take, for example, Huck's role in Victor's entire arc as what I assumed to be a false prophet, given everything that happened to Victor's followers after he was shot.
Okay, wait, let me think more about that. A false prophet. Would I call Victor a false prophet? Victor's arc is a false prophet. I guess a false prophet it seemingly they're going to make everything better, but in the end they make everything worse. Or they just like don't have an impact or something. They're like someone who people rally behind, but eventually their cause leads to nothing. I would say that's probably not true because his cause did lead to something, which is like the establishment of this like society of people who were seemingly doing very well for the time that Victor was alive. So I think a false prophet kind of feels like all of that was like for nothing because in the end it fell apart. But I feel like I wouldn't say it's a false prophet arc, but I don't know. I guess I could be argued into it.
By Jace. Huck was a character that offered complexity in Season 1. There's this duality between the empathy that Vi offers and how much that means to Huck, and then his eventual betrayal. If, after he was cured by Victor, he lost some of his humanity, it didn't come across that way. If there was more time, I feel like they could have much better explored this cult, bouncing between the emotions of maybe this is something that is helping people, but why does it feel so creepy? There was a loss of subtlety, to the point where Huck's death, whether it came from when he was healed or after when Victor was shot, held no weight. because I think they needed more setup, which either requires more efficient scenes or more time. Now, there were a couple of these examples that were absolutely reminiscent.
I guess, you know, that is actually kind of true. Well, not everything you just said, but the fact that, like, I didn't feel anything when this guy died, even though it's a character that we've seen quite a lot of, and he has, like, a whole arc and everything. In this moment when he died, I didn't feel bad for him or anything, or like, oh no, like, Puck, what has Victor done to you? I felt like, oh, this is, like, more of a thematic thing about, like, Jace, about, like, Victor doing, like, creating civilization that is reliant on him, and how this is bad, and it's actually unnatural and against, like, the whole idea of Arcane, and that's more what I thought of, which I guess is a little disappointing. You probably should feel something for this guy, whatever his name is. Puck? Didn't say Puck, did he? That can't be our favorite floating meme
of Season 1, little moments that worked perfectly in conjunction with the pacing and emotional impact of the story, like Heimerdinger and Echo sneaking into Heimerdinger's building, or Isha and Jinx's bug fight to start off the second act. They felt like multifaceted but non-fundamental parts of the story. The reason these scenes are so important for Arcane is they're working towards a specific goal, but they don't feel like it. I think the relationship between Isha and Jinx is the best part of the second season so far. There were so many great scenes between Jinx and Isha, ones that didn't lose track of the subtlety that I think adds so much to Arcane's tone, like showcasing that thrown together fort that Isha's staying in, or the little bit where they do finger guns at one another, or even Isha's poorly drawn on cloud tattoos to emulate Jinx. These are little moments that are the foundation of what I think the saving grace is of Act 2, which is the emotional climax. Remember how earlier I brought up the parallels between Caitlyn and Jinx in the first arcs of each season? These arcs were built around these innocent.
I mean, you mentioned it, but I don't know if you explained it. Now the real Arcane videos, it's going to be Arcane is so damn good that it leaves you wanting more. I don't think that's the point here. Oh, I recognize this guy, the Heavenly Delusion, nothing video. True, yeah. Well, no way, the end decides if the setup is good or not. This is a revolutionary idea, true. Second act was straight trash, says Kyle. Even though he said that I think you said that you liked it generally, but maybe not, maybe you didn't. My YouTube Shorts guy did tell me that the finale is supposed to be really long, Elite Ari. Didn't they say there's like 6 hours of content, right? So it can't be that long, right? Pacing. Oh no, it's them skipping over lead characters. It's them skipping over the lead characters too quickly. I don't think so. Oh yeah, they ruined Caitlyn, Elite Ari. True. I feel like the YouTubers like this just want every show to be the same, where everything happens good. I assume what Kyle is saying here is that there's like a very commonly like there's like these criteria that people judge things by, which is like how well are like the characters developed, and like how is the how do you like the ending compared to the setup that was leading to it, and stuff like this, and like how good were the fights and how good was the animation. I think what Kyle is saying here is that there's probably a bunch of YouTubers out there that want every piece of media to like perfectly fall into these little like categories, and if it doesn't, then it's bad. And whereas sometimes if you subvert these categories, or even just don't consider them important at all and focus on other things, then you can produce something that, you know, a lot of people might like more. So I guess I agree that maybe there probably are a lot of YouTubers who think like this. I don't know enough about Pei to kind of say that, you know. I don't even know if his name is Pei. Maybe his name is Pei Talks Anime, so who knows. We need to see a hero fall from grace. I mean, we saw that with Caitlyn, right? Not a plot device. Well, according to Jace, the Hex Tech is evil and corrupting, so Victor's society is bad. Did he say that? I mean, I feel like Jace is like, he's probably doing the right thing, but at the same time, my reading, at least in the discussion, was that he is probably being a bit tortured by something, so it's probably not completely in his right mind. But what he did is like obviously a good thing in terms of the story. But yeah, Victor's society is bad or bound to fail. Well, according to Jace, the Hex Tech is evil and corrupting, so Victor's society is bad or bound to fall. Because it's reliant on Hex Tech? I don't know, maybe, I guess. Puck ain't no meme. True. No, he's the conveyor of memes, right? When he was Yoda that one time. True kid, good. Yeah, Arcane is so subtle, little bro. It can be sometimes.
Characters that turned hyper-violent. Both Caitlyn and Jinx were presented with extreme tragedy and then put in high-pressure situations, forced to make a decision. And the same terrible things that helped us relate to the characters are what drove them to a kind of madness. But when you make characters morally ambiguous, you really need to work to give them an opportunity for redemption. And where they did this so well with Jinx, I think they failed with Caitlyn. It felt like they looked away and hid from the actions Caitlyn took that could villainize her. All of the terrible byproducts of Caitlyn's decisions were things they also gave her resistance to. It felt like they were straddling, not actually wanting to make Caitlyn
I mean, I said that before, which is that like I'm glad they didn't go with Caitlyn doing the evil thing and having to watch like that boring storyline where we would know where it ended up. But at the same time, Caitlyn is the least interesting character at the moment. I don't like her storyline at all. So I guess I kind of agree here, or I would agree if I liked Caitlyn more and I wanted to see more of her. This probably would have bothered me a little bit, but I was just glad to not see as much Caitlyn, I guess. But
a character that could be disliked, and then so quickly moving past it, where with Jinx, they set it up really beautifully. Her redemption built around her relationship with Isha, and the conflicting emotions of trying to remove herself from violence, but also being the face of resistance. I love those ideas, and even many of the ways they were executed. It feels like Season 2 of Arcane was this huge, magnificent story that the writers sat down and packed full of all these interesting ideas, and then forced it into a tiny 9-episode box, compromising most of the writing decisions that could have turned out great. Moments that should have been more emotional felt empty, like they were just moving the plot from point A to B, resulting in scenes that ended up feeling purely functional. There are more examples of this. To me, all of Warwick as a character felt so underdeveloped, besides maybe the note that they found in the cavern from Vander to Silco.
Oh, these are the Kyle talking points? But that is true, I agree. Warwick and Vander are all very underdeveloped.
If like so many important versions of these scenes were skipped. The most egregious example of this in the second act was Caitlyn's decision to support Vi. It didn't feel in line with Caitlyn as a character or set up properly at all, and they might be able to find a solution retroactively, an explanation that makes it feel a little bit more justified, but I think good writing should be set up preemptively. What's interesting is I think Arcane is falling prey to the same thing that influenced the end of Game of Thrones. The ideas that they're
True. Everything, all these endings, they all have to be compared to Game of Thrones, right? But if it's anime, it has to be compared to Attack on Titan, of course, but... Let's hear
they
this
might be able
again.
to find a solution retroactively, an explanation that makes it feel a little bit more justified, but I think good writing should be set up preemptively. What's interesting is I think Arcane is falling prey to the same thing that influenced the end of Game of Thrones. The ideas that they're introducing aren't inherently bad, but when they're not set up and executed properly, they feel terrible. Like, why open Arc 2 with Maddie and Caitlyn to never engage in it again? Seeing the collapse of Vi and Caitlyn's relationship and how both of them coped with it was really interesting, but specifically that scene felt so out of left field. But if they had engaged in it more and made it feel significant and important to the story outside of just a bullet point in the plot development, I think they absolutely could have made it work. Loris and Maddie are really good examples of characters.
He has a name? Was that Loris? Never heard his name before.
Loris and Maddie are really good examples of characters I wanted to see more of. Arcane historically has made side characters feel like they're part of the world so much more than just tools being used to progress the story. If you had told me after Act 1 that they wouldn't reintroduce Heimerdinger or Echo for the entirety of Act 2, I wouldn't have believed you. I'm sure they'll give some sort of flashback explanation as to all
I was so happy. Oh my
they've
goodness.
been through, maybe even a dedicated episode in the third act. But they're two of my favorite characters.
Oh, if they get a... I mean, actually, I was going to say if they get a dedicated episode, I'm going to cry, but it could be interesting. If they are in like this weird like Hextech world or something, that could be kind of cool.
It felt like they were tossed to the wayside for more important plot points. There were so many moments that feel rushed, like the introduction of the...
I think it's the complete opposite. I think the fact that we haven't seen them means that they're going to be like way... Their plotline is going to be like way more important than the final like ending of Arcane. Because otherwise, why aren't we following them, you know?
Barons in the first act. With the exception of Smeech, they felt like boring copy and paste bad...
Oh my god, he thinks the one bad character in Arcane is the interesting one. Jesus Christ.
With the exception of Smeech, they felt like boring copy and paste bad guys. And then they were...
Actually, I don't even know what most people... Maybe most people do like that guy. He was so out of place.
treated that way. It's the exact opposite of what I was arguing about making a world feel full, functioning as quotas to get from point A to point B. And honestly, I don't really know who's at fault, because as a viewer, there's all the things I want, but there just hasn't been time. Did the writers choose to tell a story that was too ambitious for such a small amount of episodes? Or was there conflict between them and the studio? All I know is I'm worried that it's not going to work. I haven't even mentioned the fact that Mel has an entire plotline that's being explored with the Black Rose, maybe just to set up a third season. We have no clue anything that's going on in Piltover. There's a pretty good chance, given Echo's design in League of Legends, that they're going to incorporate some sort of time travel in the third act. How in only 2 hours are they ever going to satisfy all these plotlines? Part of what makes Arcane's shortcomings so frustrating for me is that
a lot can happen in a 2-hour movie, right?
It's paired with things that are so good. The animation and execution on certain parts of the story are fantastic. And I think the thing that really solidifies this for me is how successfully they pulled off Jinx and Isha. Isha's decision to sacrifice herself and that entire montage leading up to the moment was really good. I think Jinx is one of the better characters written in Arcane because of the way that she interacts with so many people. I pointed out the parallels between her and Caitlyn earlier, but I also love the relationship she had with Silco and how she eventually filled the same role with Isha. I assumed after the finale of Season 1, when Jinx chose to shoot that rocket, there would be no line towards redemption, or at least there wouldn't be one that I found satisfying. And one of the things most interesting about Arcane is their ability to make things that I don't think should work. So while I'm not convinced the finale will be fantastic, I'm ready to be proven wrong. Because Arcane's peaks are so high, I just want it to be perfect.
And there's the issue. Nothing is perfect. My goodness. I guess except for, like, I don't know, Heavenly Delusion Season 1, Mob Psycho, the entire thing, you know? Steins Gate Zero, what a perfect series. Anyway. That was fine, you know? Just like every other pay video, I think it was perfectly fine. I think there was one that was bad, but it is what it is. Oh my god, it's 29 degrees in my room right now. What is 60% of 60? Oh my god.
What is 60% of 60?
35?
Close to 35. 37. 36. 36.
Jesus.
Stan, Boston is the capital of what state? Nice. Good job. What country produces the most gold? China. Good job.
What?
Oh, wow.
The Bering Strait separates Alaska from what country?
Russia.
Yeah. What country starting with C has the highest GDP?
China.
Oh. China.
I used to live there.
If a right triangle has an 80-degree angle, what is the third angle?
10.
Yes.
Nice.
After China, what country exports the most goods?
India.
No.
United States.
Yeah. What you call natural fuels like coal and gas made from decayed remains?
Like, I don't know why I'm watching this. I see these on TikTok every now and then. All right. What now? What do I do now? Let me go through this list. Again, we could finally watch the Fujimoto effect if we wanted to. Let's see what videos there are. We have some Trixie the Golden Witch video. String theory? This is like a Mushoku Tensei thing? I hope it's not spoilers. I'm gonna get mad if it's oh, I'm not gonna be mad, but I mean. Oh my god, he's dying. Where is he sinking into? That was kind of cool. Yeah, cool edit, you know? I like edits. Small channel. Oh, they make a bunch of edits. Government hooker? What the hell? Is that like a song name or something, I guess? Makima. Oh, I thought I saw a copyright thing, but it's just YouTube saying creators adopting live automated mid-rolls saw an average of 20% uplift. Thanks, YouTube. All right. It's kind of cool. Got an anime edit channel. We love that. The peak of Arcane is Jinx being woo, and we're never getting it again. Yeah, I think Kyle likes how Jinx is so quirky, I guess, for some reason. But yep. What about all the videos we've sent? That is what we're doing. Don't worry, Elite Ari OST list soon. String Theory. That was, I'm assuming, the name of the song or something. Paul was only supposed to have 2 kids. Interesting. Can you believe Eris took down Destiny? I think Kyle is referring to the fact that Destiny, firstly, is a streamer who streams politics usually. And he's in some, I don't know about drama, but like some of his DMs got leaked, and the person that leaked them or like was involved in the DMs or something was someone who had an Eris profile picture. So that is pretty funny. Play an ad, Elite Ari. What are we doing? Play an ad? How would I play an ad? Oh, wait, you mean because I refer to the automated mid-rolls. Well, I turn off the monetization for these streams, so I can't imagine what would be worse than like an ad playing while I'm streaming and then like my viewers disappear. I think there's only like 2 of you here right now, okay? Can you imagine? Why would I do that? Why would I have an ad on my stream? Oh my god. I love quirky girls. That is what I hear. Well, at least what Kyle says, I guess. Okay. Alright, next up. I guess there's a bunch of stuff we've already seen. Where was that Deku video? Arcane. The Cost of Ambition 2 weeks ago by Small Channel. We love small channels here. Well, when I say small, I mean, you know, slightly bigger than me, but not that much bigger. I would never turn off monetization for anything. True. And yet you wouldn't put timestamps in your videos.
In April of 1996, the magazine Young Animal published the 77th episode of Berserk titled The Castle. Stay with me here. In this chapter...
Is that a mic? What was that?
Stay with me here.
So that's a, looks like a lapel mic or something. What is this? I have no idea what this is.
In this chapter, we see a young boy running through the streets of a city, trying to find his way to a castle he sees in the distance. He stops to ask for directions and is pointed down a path, only to find that the ground beneath his feet is littered with bodies. He is shocked, afraid, disgusted. He doesn't understand. He shouts at the old woman who gave him directions, demanding to know why she lied to him. But of course she tells him the path he's walking is the only way he...
For anyone who is a Destiny fan here, this kind of sounds like Erudite. Like her accent and voice.
Find that the ground beneath his feet is littered with bodies. He is shocked, afraid, disgusted. He doesn't understand. He shouts at the old woman who gave him directions, demanding to know why she lied to him. But of course she tells him the path he's walking is the only way he can get to the castle he sees in the distance. We as readers recall that this boy is not just a boy. This is the child who would grow up to be the mercenary and political schemer known as Griffith. A man who has clawed his way to nobility with cunning and skill in the business of war. A man who has led hundreds of men into battle and assassinated many rivals to accomplish his dream. A dream of his that hundreds of others have given their lives to help him achieve. And all these years later, Griffith sees that he has created a literal mountain of bodies underneath him, building up a path that will rise above the walls of the castle. He looks down this path and he continues to climb it. If I apologize, if I repent, everything will come to an end. I'll never get to reach that place. Arcane is a tale of ambition, where men and women's dreams are tested against what the sacrifice of achieving such goals may cost. Jace wants to create revolutionary technology.
Wait,
Mel wants...
I missed that. Hear that again? Wait.
I'll never get to reach that place. Arcane is a tale of ambition, where men and women's dreams are tested against what the sacrifice of achieving such goals may cost.
True.
Jace wants to create revolutionary technology. Mel wants to build Piltover to heights that are so great that they will even impress her
True.
mother. Silco wants taxation with representation. And I know it's...
Taxation with representation. I guess I don't really... That means that, like, when you get taxed, you get represented, right? Obviously, taxation with representation. Is that really what Silco wants? I know it's like a joke or whatever, but what is I guess he does just want to be equals, right? I guess I don't. Yeah, okay.
Incredibly on the nose, but I do like looking at this castle metaphor that Berserk used when it was describing ambition in the framework of acquiring power, and using that to reflect on other character arcs that have similar character beats. Because another note about Griffith trying to get to that castle is that he acknowledges that...
Wait, we gotta go back again.
At this castle metaphor that Berserk used when it was describing ambition in the framework of acquiring power, and using that to reflect on other...
Okay, wait. I don't know if this is... I don't know the way... It's the Kraftstorf thing, where I'm like, there's a lot being said in these words, and for some reason they're going over my head sometimes. Wait.
Silco wants taxation with representation. And I know it's incredibly on the nose, but I do like looking at this castle metaphor that Berserk used when it was describing ambition in the framework of acquiring power, and using that to...
Like, that is like a sentence where I'm like, for some reason it's going over my head. When it's using wait, either
will even impress her mother. Silco wants taxation with representation. And I know it's incredibly on the nose, but I do like looking at this castle metaphor that...
Castle metaphor? Okay, I get that. So kind of like a metaphor. Okay, yep.
Berserk used when it was describing ambition in the...
Ambition? Yes, Griffith's ambitions, I get it.
Framework of acquiring power.
Framework of acquiring power. I don't know what framework means in this context. Acquiring power I can understand.
And using that to reflect on other character arcs that have similar character beats.
I didn't understand a thing that was just said. Wait.
Representation. And I know it's incredibly on the nose, but I do like looking at this castle metaphor that Berserk used when it was describing ambition in the framework of acquiring power, and using that to reflect on other character arcs that have similar character beats. Because another note about...
I think what she just said is like, I like using the Griffith scene to like reflect on other characters, but...
Griffith trying to get to that castle is that he acknowledges that he can't take everyone with him, and many bodies are lying on the floor that are helping him get to what he wants, but they are going to be ultimately sacrifices who can't share in his glory. Because the very nature of power is exclusive and limited. When it becomes power over others, that's when bodies start to hit the floor. And when I look at Arcane, I see this wonderfully human sentiment, which is how all of this...
Oh, I just realized she's doing a Jinx cosplay. Okay.
Ambition is thwarted by the human cost. And I think a lot about what our leading characters were willing to sacrifice and what was their line in the sand. The specifics of what their castle is and what the bodies they would have to walk across represent is incredibly telling.
Don't threaten the guy who pours the drinks.
We can start with perhaps the easiest one-to-one, which is Vander's ambition. Because as Silco references, Vander also dreamed of independence, but with revolution, there's risk. No one who is happy with the status quo joins a revolution. There is too much to lose. It comes with the loss of your livelihood. It comes with criminal conviction. Threats and enactments of harm on your body and those of your loved ones, your home, and your community. Vander goes through this entire arc within the first 2 minutes and 30 seconds of the entire series. I'm not even exaggerating. Though you have no context for the opening Nightmare in Red besides a child's song and the looming eyes of Notre Dame, you later learn that this conflict is the aftermath of an uprising that did not get very far. While most of the fighting seems to be over, with uniformed men finishing off people in disorganized everyday clothing, the leader of the movement, Vander, is still on his feet, still physically fighting. He turns towards the camera, posture straight, teeth bared, ready to take down another enemy, only to realize that standing behind him is 2 children. They're scared, they're alone, and they've come looking for their parents, who we discover alongside Vander are casualties of this war. These two little girls are now orphans because of him. And you watch Vander reflect on that. You see that he knows he caused this. And Vander drops his weapon of war and picks up the girls, leaving behind the bridge and his symbolic efforts to ever try to cross it. His ambitions are overruled by the importance of maintaining life. And when we meet Vander years later, he is at the completion of his arc and he is now a beautiful static character. While members of the underground feel pressure under Piltover's enforcers bearing down on them, Vander preaches inaction. But the problem is now that it doesn't matter if Vander doesn't have ambition. His community is in danger regardless, and the only way to sidestep escalation is to give up either the lives of his children or his community. Two things that he has worked for years to protect with his complacency. Vander refuses to name a fall guy or rat out his kids. And with his ambitious goals already abandoned and his unwillingness to sacrifice anyone else, he gives up his freedom, turning himself in and offering to go to jail for his surrogate daughter's safety and for the Lanes. The only acceptable sacrifice to him is himself. This confuses Silco, who was his fellow revolutionary years before. And we will get to Silco, but Vander's story is important to focus on because it's our baseline. This is a man who looked at the castle, started walking down the path, and then saw the corpses beneath his feet and decided, no, because to Vander, the people of the Undercity are his entire point for pursuing power. And if they can't climb up to the castle with him, it's pointless. But then we get to someone like Mel.
Steady as stagnant, Allura.
Mel is not unfamiliar with war. She grew up surrounded by it and its costs. The violent path and the human cost of war was too much for her to bear. Mel's disowned from her family because of her soft heart. She's still seeking out ways to build up Piltover
Or because she's like a prodigy, crazy, powerful person, right?
Impress her mother, but she wants to do it without directly walking over corpses. She will still keep climbing, however, if the bodies are metaphorical ones. Mel is used to weighing and measuring people for how useful they will be to her. She charms people who she needs the favor of, and will usually inspire others to be her mouthpieces or potential fall.
My god. I just
She'll
remembered.
keep climbing, however, if the bodies are metaphorical
Oh,
ones.
boy.
Mel is used to weighing and measuring people for how useful they will be to her. She charms
I was dying. What there was like, I think it was episode 4 of this season. There was a statue of this guy because he died, and they like they memorialized him in a statue. And I was dying because like we're taking this guy's death seriously. It was so funny because this guy's obviously like a joke character, right? Like he's playing with a kid's toy here because Mel thinks he's stupid, and we're like, oh, this poor guy, he died, and we made a statue of him.
charms people
Oh
who she
my
needs the favor
God.
of, and will usually inspire others to be her mouthpieces or potential fallmen. She wants to make Piltover great through wealth and capital and innovation. As a result of this, she's encouraging of new ideas and risk, but so long as they don't really risk her position. For instance, when she helps Jace and Victor sneak into the lab to experiment on their magic hex tech, of course she takes a chance on them. She's not risking anything. The only thing that can possibly go wrong is that Jace gets more expelled and Victor gets fired. And from that decently minimal calculated risk, she is able to reap the rewards 10 times over. The other council members are not given enough characterization to really seem like actual threats. They're all just kind of hanging out in the metaphorical castle that is Piltover, throwing their trash over their shoulders into the pile of bodies that is just Zahn's terrible state of living. But directly, Mel does have to be responsible for the fall of others. It's just more along the lines of, political and business corporate energy. She's basically Piltover's Silco. She's a politician first, but is willing to work with anyone even if she doesn't personally like them, for the sake of accruing her own power and reaching her own goals. And physical power is obviously not her style. She's instead diplomatic and fairly clear about what her intentions are. She's a counselor to Piltover who has politically outmaneuvered many enemies, but
Alright, we're gonna go back a bit. Okay. I love quirky girls. I would never turn off monetization for anything. I sub to Whine About It Patreon, Ari. That's great. Berserk, true. I didn't expect this to be a Berserk video. Kind of cool. There's not people who have seen Berserk and Arcane and think they're both good. Well, this person does. I think Arcane is good. Every ambition conversation in fiction has to come back to this white twink. It's a joke about not being oppressed, Elite Ari. She doesn't mean taxation for real. Well, yeah, I know it's a joke, obviously. Never mind. Okay. No, you don't know it's a joke. Oh, okay, there we go. It's what the Americans said to the British. Girls just make better videos. Kyle's internal misogyny is coming out again. This is crazy. Put more effort in. We are calling you out, pay. You fucking suck. The lanes cringe. Not capital. What was your issue with the lanes? I mean, I can understand. I think what you said is like you hate when like the local people have like a name that they use for like a local place, and it's like kind of cringe because it's like, oh, you guys want to head to the lanes, and it's like, oh, can't we just like call it the proper name? But I feel like I feel like we've talked about this, and I feel like you also said that like in real life it doesn't bother you. So I don't know. It's a bit weird. Anyway, not capital. It's Missangry. Missangry? I don't know what that is.
have to be responsible for the fall of others. It's just more along the lines of, political and business corporate energy. She's basically Piltover's Silco. She's a politician first, but is willing to work with anyone even if she doesn't personally like them, for the sake of accruing her own power and reaching her own goals. And physical power is obviously not her style. She's instead diplomatic and fairly clear about what her intentions are. She's a counselor to Piltover who has politically outmaneuvered many enemies, but the
Well, I guess I don't see the Silco parallel here.
be responsible for the fall of others. It's just more along the lines of, political and business corporate energy. She's basically Piltover's Silco. She's a
So, yeah, I guess I don't get this. I guess what she says. Because, like, in my opinion, firstly, Silco is not... I don't think he's doing... he's kind of doing a selfish thing, but also, like, less selfish than it is for... the greater good in a way, like from his perspective. It's all very inherently selfish because of the fact that he's suffered, right? But at the same time, it's like what he thinks. He might be deluded, but he thinks what he's doing is for everyone as well. I think it's like a mix, right?
politician first, but is willing to work with anyone even if she doesn't personally like them, for the sake of accruing her own power and reach.
Willing to work with everyone even if she doesn't necessarily like them. I feel like Silco would not be willing to do that, right? Because he could have worked with the enforcers like Vander was, so that the people like underground would be safer, and he could slowly work toward like a better relation with them. But he refused to do that, right? Because he disagreed with them so much and hated them. So I don't feel like there's a... Unless, is there anyone else who like Silco put aside like not liking them to work with them? Obviously he didn't do that with Vander, like he chained him up. I suppose you could say that the other mob bosses he would do that with. But even then, I feel like he sees them as his people, so he doesn't necessarily like hate them or anything. I guess I don't see this element of like the parallel here.
It's just more along the
But maybe there's something obvious I'm missing. Like obviously right at the end of the season, you've got him meeting with Jace, and that would be a parallel. But that's like when he's pushed to his extreme limit. That's not like a part of who he is.
Lines of, political and business corporate energy. She's basically Piltover's Silco. She's a politician first, but is willing to work with anyone even if she doesn't personally like them, for the sake of accruing her own power and reaching her own goals.
And then like the whole accruing power and goals, like yes, superficially, but at the same time, I feel like there's more to it than that.
And physical power is obviously not her style. She's instead diplomatic and fairly clear about what her intentions are. She's a counselor to Piltover who has politically outmaneuvered many enemies, but the Undercity is still a part of her jurisdiction and a victim of her neglect. As a member of the governing body of both sides of her city, she has left one to rot, and she's been operating like that for many years with no qualms until the threat of physical bodies starts knocking on her door. If she could continue to build her wealth and power through trade and commerce and just screwing over the poor, she would be doing that indefinitely. But it's ultimately that blunt expression of the cost of her power that forces her to reconsider her position and why she's even building up Piltover in the first place. Is her family's name and credibility really worth the sacrifice? At the end of Season 1, Mel is essentially giving up her idea of what Piltover should be. And a part of that is because she met Jace.
The Hex Gates are only the beginning.
Jace has the most obvious amount of personal ambition. He wants to make a name for himself and for his noble house. It was humiliating to get expelled from the academy and move back with his parents because it was the ultimate expression of the idea that he wouldn't amount to anything. And he wants to be responsible for something great. Sure, for others, but also for his own sense of self-satisfaction and, achievement. So of course for Jace, he accepts the position of counselor since it feeds into his own personal ambitions. I'm gonna catch myself on something here. Jace does not accept the position of being counselor first. In this scene, Mel basically convinces him that if he accepts his position as counselor, he will have the power to advance Hex Tech even further and build up his family name, and that causes him to lean into the position. So a lot of Jace's motivations come from the advancement of his IP, more than directly wanting to be a counselor. But he is now also controlling people's lives and their livelihoods. Not only does he exert this control through his intellectual property, the Hex Gates, but also with his position as a counselor, where he is able to bend legal rules and to legally control and restrict the travel of citizens that he deems unworthy of basic human decency. As a counselor, he takes on more and more extreme measures that put more lives in his hands, which culminates in a sting operation led by him on one of Silco's shimmer factories. And here, where he's ready for violence,
and the kid dies.
The cost of the skirmish is what wakes him up. This is the tipping point that makes Jace freak out a little. He tries to make the problem go away as fast as possible once the reality of war and his responsibility in that war would be kicks in. Jace considers the idea of all of those bodies that he would have to step on to maintain his position in that castle, and instantly backs down from the job, resigning as counselor and pleading for peace because none of that to him is worth it. In contrast, Victor is fascinating to me because a lot of his pursuit...
I mean, this is a kind of cool video. I guess the timestamps, yeah, there'll be different characters. Vander one, yeah, that was good. Mel one, I'm not so sure about. The Jace bit was good. Who else is there? Victor, Silco. Is there anything so undoing as a daughter? Vine Powder. Anyway, cringe, not capital. I read that already. No, it's cool in everything but Arcane, Ari. True, that is the Kyle Entertainment way. It's just the dumb, bad Arcane speak. Kyle, are you good at the PTC GP? I don't know what that is. After this great video, we can do OSTs anytime. Well, we'll see, I guess.
of ambition requires him to climb across his own body, you know, metaphorically.
In the pursuit of great, we fail to do good.
We don't.
True. Oh my god, I love that line. So what's the Victor thing gonna be? Hextech bad.
Really know the specifics of how he worked
Undercity need it, but we're not helping them.
his way up from the Undercity, but we do know that being Heimerdinger's assistant was a concession. Victor suppressed his ambitions and probably parts of himself in order to secure a spot at the bottom of the top. On that night that Jace and him go and sneak into Heimerdinger's lab to do the Hextech experiment, the only person who's actually at risk here is Victor. Jace is already expelled. Victor has his position as an assistant to lose. I don't think either of them thought they were going to be so wrong that they could potentially level a building. And once Victor has access to wealth and prestige, he doesn't want it. He's not concerned with the notoriety. He's concerned with the ability to accrue resources that he can pursue more science, that he can improve more lives faster. But the mysterious Victorian third act tuberculosis comes to plague him. And this is where I tell you that when his health is compromised, we suddenly start to see the beginnings of his own personal goals, the development of his own imagined castle. It starts out altruistic enough. It's the threat of the technology he wanted to develop to...
Wait, I just remembered. So Victor, I just saw the scene here. Did Victor inject himself with Shimmer? Is that true? I feel like... Am I just like not remembering? Because I remember there was a scene where he ran, but that wasn't the Shimmer, right? I thought that was some Hextech thing. God, I just don't remember. Because like then it brings up the like there's two characters. There's Jinx, who has been injected with Shimmer to be brought back to life, and who also has access to Hextech and is like doing things with it. And here you've also got Victor, who is being injected with Shimmer to be brought back to life, or like to bring his legs back to life, I guess. And then he's obviously integrated with Hextech in a big way. I wonder if there's like something going on there. But I don't know, maybe
and
not.
this is where I tell you that when his health is compromised, we suddenly start to see the beginnings of his own personal goals, the development of his own imagined castle. It starts out altruistic enough. It's the threat of the technology he wanted to develop to improve the lives of others not coming to fruition, and perhaps the resources that are going into Hextech not being used to help the people of the Undercity. That is the ultimate fear for him. Who is actually going to achieve his dream of improving the lives of others if he's not around to do it? So Victor does just a touch of Victorian dark science, and he is willing to change his own body into something completely unrecognizable. And the early results look and feel promising. So he intends to go full Hail Mary. Victor's castle is his own bodily health, which is so sad. And I genuinely think that when Victor is doing this little experiment alone in his lab, that he knows he's not coming out of this room like himself one way or the other. But he's willing to risk all of himself if it means that he can get what he wants. Only for his assistant to come in at the exact wrong time. And for her to see him, try to help, and disintegrate in front of him as a result of the experiment instead of him. Sky is one person, and one person that Victor didn't seem too emotionally attached to, all things considered. But that didn't matter. Her sudden evisceration is enough for Victor to immediately scrap his efforts. He calls off the idea of ever trying to use the Hex Core again. No one else is ever going to suffer just because Victor wants something. Vander, Mel, Jace, and Victor all see the human cost of their ambition and decide that they are not willing to pay the price. But we wouldn't really have a show as good as it is if we didn't at least have one person who just had the audacity.
It's not the way, it's the only way.
Oh my god, is Silco just like... I thought she was going to say Jinx, but what, Silco, did he do the Griffith thing? Well, not really, because in the end he like gave up his ambitions for the sake of Jinx, right? So this isn't going to be it. But Jinx is like the one who did commit to it, right? I guess if this video came out before season 2, because she was the one who was obviously done like, I guess she didn't really have a goal though. That's the main thing. At least I don't think she had a goal. Well, she kind of did, which was like to be reunited with her sister in a way, like when after like Act 2 of season 1, and she like, but she doesn't sacrifice anything for that. What is the Jinx thing? Because I know there's like a Jinx section here. The thing is basically at the end of season 1, Jinx is the one who basically commits to her like her ambitions, but it's not really ambition. Like she commits to her like life, and continues living as Jinx, which is like the thing that none of these characters do, because all these characters back down, but in the end Jinx didn't. So I feel like Jinx has got to be the one that's going to be like the Griffith parallel. I just don't know how, but I guess we'll see what she says. But
Silco is a man who has not only
because Silco definitely gave up his ambitions in the end.
The castle, but he's already piled up the bodies happily and willingly to get in there. He was also a revolutionary alongside Vander in that first attempt to push across the bridge and overthrow Piltover for, you know, Zaun's independence. But
God, that was so cool as well. There's like you get a brief flashback in season 2 arc 2 of Silco being on that bridge too. That was really cool. Yeah.
Vander, Silco never had a crisis of conscience. He sees that day as the ultimate disappointment. Vander earned his power over the Undercity by being a man who seemed to look after the people's wants and interests and well-being. Silco was left with nothing but a trippy roommate and a hairless cat. So he has to build himself up slowly with capital in the subsequent years, scheming and plotting and suddenly seeing an opportunity to get rid of Vander and taking over the Undercity in one fell swoop. The price is relatively cheap. It'll only be a few members of the police force, some bratty kids, and the man he once called brother. But to Silco, the idea of a united sovereign Undercity, the nation of Zon, is worth betraying everything for. Silco is willing to sacrifice Vander, he would just prefer not to. But after the explosion of the factory, Vander is gone, and Silco now owns the police force. He can start his smuggling business without any interference, and he has a new loyal following with no direct threat or opposing power. All in all, it worked out really well for him, and Vander's just an idiot for not ever seeing that this was so easy. And then we cut to a few years later, where Silco has reshaped the Undercity in his image. It seems like he's pretty content with where he is at the moment, but then Progress Day comes around, and the smuggling operation he sent a couple of lackeys on goes wrong. A shipment explodes, one of his lackeys blows up a tent full of enforcers to get to a magic marble, and he now suddenly has the same problem Vander had all those years.
God, remember that scene where they announce, like, I think Savika goes to Silco and she's like, her sister's alive, or like she's back or something, and then he like swivels on his chair and like looks at the camera and is like, from the dead. And we're like, oh my god, that was so cool. Silco's so cool.
Years ago. The only difference here is that Silco is definitely willing to give up others in order to preserve his position. But when the sacrifice he prefers is rejected, he now suddenly has to stare at something other than the bodies directly underneath him.
Is there anything Solander as a daughter?
So I didn't finish the Berserk story. People can sacrifice a lot trying to reach the heights of their ambition, but Berserk pits that desire against the satisfaction for something as small as the mundane and interpersonal relationships that you are able to cultivate with the people you love around you.
Wait, see, another sentence, I need to go back.
Berserk story. People can sacrifice a lot trying to reach the heights of their ambition, but Berserk pits that desire against the satisfaction for something as small as the mundane and interpersonal relationships that you are able to cultivate with the people you love around you. Griffith has this vision of climbing to the castle, but the bodies are not quite as meaningful as you would think. Most of them represent distant connections, followers to a cause, idealized sympathizers, employees. There are some deaths that have affected him more than others, but he's willing to bear that price, knowing that they wouldn't be there if not for his ambition, but also knowing that he needs them to achieve his desires. Before he commits his ultimate sacrifice and achieves ultimate power, he has to look back one last time and see a man more significant than every body in the pile around him, who has been by his side for more than a decade. The only person he has ever considered an equal in his life. The only man that could make him forget his dream. That path, as gruesome and costly as it is to carve out to get to the castle, is nothing compared to sacrificing his best friend. I think, for the longest time, Silco saw...
Wait, what? Wait.
That could make him forget his dream.
Among thousands of comrades and tens of thousands of enemies, you're the only one.
That path, as gruesome and costly as it is to carve out to get to the castle, is nothing compared to sacrificing his best friend.
That's true. But then he does it anyway, right? But I'm sure she's going to talk about that. But...
I think, for the longest time, Silco...
Because I guess maybe she's going to say this is the subversion, because you expect... Well, if you're really dumb, I guess, you suspect that, like, Silco gave up Jinx to Jace, and he is willing to, like, give her up. In the same way that, like... that you think that maybe Femto... I mean, that Griffith isn't going to give up Guts, right? Like, that's the parallel there. Whereas Griffith does give up Guts... And in Arcane, Silco doesn't give up Jinx. So it's like a subversion, I guess?
Saw Jinx as a tool. I think when he first adopted her, it was out of a sense of sympathy, but also out of a sense of ego. While he allows her her freedom and does care for her at the end of the day, he hasn't created an...
Wait, something about ego? Because that's probably true as well.
Longest time, Silco saw Jinx as a tool. I think when he first adopted her, it was out of a sense of sympathy, but also out of a sense of ego.
It's definitely not a sense of... So this is the scene that me and Kyle argued about. I don't know how people are so, like... Don't see this. It's like the most obvious thing ever. It's out of empathy, firstly, not sympathy, because he has lived the life that he sees that Powder is living there. What was the other thing?
Is nothing compared to sacrificing his best friend. I think, for the longest time, Silco saw Jinx as a tool. I think when he first adopted her, it was out of a sense of sympathy, but also...
So a sense of empathy, and also
out of a sense of ego.
Almost certainly it's also out of a sense of ego, I can agree to that.
While he allows her her freedom and does care for her at the end of the day, he hasn't created an environment where his daughter can flourish. He has poisoned her against the world and made her incredibly dependent on him. But I don't think he actually ever had to consider how much she meant to him, and perhaps that even snuck up on him when he realized that he would have to sacrifice her in order to accomplish his dream of having an independent Zon. And more than that, his refusal to sacrifice her threatens the castle he's already built up so many bodies to get to. Refusing to turn in Jinx costs Silco the chem barons that he works with, his powerful allies in the police force, and a large chunk of his shimmer industry. The bodies have piled high and they're falling out beneath him, and he knows it. He's watching it happen around him. And you can see how much Silco has lost trying to keep Jinx safe in this one scene with Savika. Savika is like Silco's innermost circle. She has always kind of been there for like the people of the Undercity. When Vander wasn't serving their needs, she moved over to Silco knowing that he had a plan to aspire to greatness. Like, she's always been consistent. I love her for that. But in this scene, Savika isn't loyal anymore.
Were you tempted?
Not for a worm like him, but he won't be the last.
Unlike years ago, Savika sees that Silco doesn't have the Undercity as priority number 1, but she also doesn't have an immediate alternative promising her what she would want. But there will be others. Silco's lost her already. It's just a matter of time. The moment somebody is willing to run the Undercity better than he has been recently, she will be gone and he will have no one left. No one except... And this is where we get Silco sitting on a fountain soup with his Dark Night of the Soul, working through the one thing that Vander figured out at the very beginning of the series. He climbed so high, he brought so many people with him with the promise of achieving his dream. And he's almost there. He almost has it all. But that final sacrifice is too much for him. And Silco gives it up. All of it. No more Undercity, no more power. He has literally nothing after this, but his ambitions fall away when he sees that the final asking price is his daughter. But the problem here is that she's already been sacrificed. She's already a casualty of war. Arcane is not quite
what the
a
heck?
Story. Though the first season has definitely built up to what will be an all-out clash between two halves of a city, there is a long...
I don't understand the meme. Why did she change? Like, what's... I noticed it's like, it's some part of the meta here. I don't get it. Please stand by. Like, clearly it's intentional, because she had like a whole set and everything Arcane related. What's... I'm not understanding.
Arcane is not quite...
I guess maybe we'll get a reveal of what's behind here. No, that was the other painting with the stuff on it. Wait, why is she changed? Is she like cosplaying someone else? Is it Mel? She kind of looks like Mel, I guess, at the moment.
A war story. Though the first season has definitely built up to what will be an all-out clash between two halves of a city, there is a long and brutal history that has created the kindling for this spark. Events both major and minor, implied and directly shown in the show, have cultivated this hostile relationship, to the point where it feels endless. And it's the people of the city who suffer the most due to the consequences of the ambitions of other more powerful people. And Arcane is a story about the consequences of ambition, the casualties of war. Going back to my castle metaphor, when you put Vi and Powder in this picture, they don't have some lofty ambition. They have no grand plans to change the world. In the first half of season 1, Vi wants to prove that she is a good leader and maintain the safety of her family, and Powder wants to be useful. In the second half of the season, Vi just wants to find Powder, and Jinx just wants to be useful. They're not motivated by lofty dreams or goals. They never see a castle in the distance because they're one of the many bodies that are underfoot. These are two sisters who lost their family to an uprising at a young age. They have lost their potential lives with their families, their homes, their sense of normalcy, and now take up residence with the man who led their parents to their demise. In the first scene in the show, the reason you actually don't have any context for why there are men in scary masks on a red bridge is because it's from Vi and Powder's point of view. It doesn't matter why anything is happening, it only matters that there is loss. Monsters in uniforms took Vi and Powder's parents away. Vander carries them away, and Vi looks back and sees the bastion of these creatures that have taken away her family. Her emotions of resentment are quickly outweighed by her need to preserve what little family she has. She's already lost so much, so when the job goes wrong and she hears stirrings of consequences on the horizon, of the Undercity escalating to a full-on war or perhaps her sister being caught in the crossfire, she tries to turn herself in, to bear the brunt of the consequences because she doesn't want to see her family suffer or be torn apart. Shortly after, when Vander is taken, Vi goes after him. She doesn't care about the political implications. She doesn't care about Silco's grand plan to redesign the Undercity. That's not her prerogative. This isn't about politics for her. Somebody took her father figure. And Powder just wants to be useful. Years later, after Vi and Powder are split up and Vi is sent to prison, Vi retains her personal vendetta against Silco, but it is under the personal terms of he stole her sister and killed her father figure. She agrees to work with a cop to get out of prison, but not because she has an interest in hunting down Silco, but because there's a chance that her little sister may still be alive. Finding Powder is priority number 1. Silco is just for the gratification of it, and even then she wants to take him down personally. The larger constructs of the system literally do not matter to this woman. And I think about this whole framework for both Powder and Vi. For Powder's abandonment anxiety and Vi's need to maintain or exert control by punching out her feelings and physically taking action whenever possible. Vi and Powder's relationship is the final casualty of this war between two halves of a city. Powder fell down a well years ago, but she dies the night her sister cannot unflinchingly choose her above all else. That final shot with her rocket is not motivated by Jinx's larger political schemes. This is pure rage and grief and loss made manifest. Jinx doesn't want to climb up to the castle. She wants to destroy it.
True.
Well, congratulations for making it this long. I'm going to go drink some hot chocolate and stare at the ceiling.
I wonder if there was a reason for this set change, or maybe like she just had to record it another day and didn't want to set it all up or something.
For a while. I suggest you do that too. Thank you again to my Patreons for making this possible. We're going to make a much happier topic this upcoming month, I think. If you like this video, like, comment, subscribe. I guess it helps out the channel. I don't really know how algorithms work, but I do know that you're supposed to tell people to do that. You exhibit free will however you desire.
Oh my god, we love that. Okay, good video. I don't necessarily agree with everything, but I love videos that have a very clear purpose like this, which is to explore these characters through the framing, or the framework, as she said, of the great Griffith metaphor. So that was great. I like that a lot. What other videos have they made? A lot of books or something? I guess these are books. I don't know. Neil Gaiman. Speaking of Neil Gaiman, oh my god, Doctor Who is like 61 today or something. Crazy. 61 years old. Books like Bloodborne, books like Elden Ring, the Book of Elsewhere Review, so a bunch of books, stuff I've never heard of. Dorian Gray. Hades. So games and books. Oh, The Deep from The Boys? That's crazy. What's inside? Beowulf. Thoughts. Arcane. And something about Neil Gaiman. Crazy. All right, let's see if anything's in the chat. Not Capital. Read that. Yes, Heath, I'm dubest. And then Heath sent a giant long number, which I have no idea what that is. I only have an Arcane deck. Huh? I only have an Arcanine deck right now. So your flower Pokemon will get diff. Don't ask me, Lead Ari, I don't remember. I hate this dumb Nintendo. Okay, they're playing a game, right? Crazy. I'm beating his ass. Straight killing him. You don't... Okay, great. I don't like Pokemon, and I hate games and gamers. Gamers are evil. We hate gamers. Anyway, Kyle Entertainment is ready to show his list. Perfect, because I'm getting real hot in my 30-degree room right now, and I kind of want to end this stream soon. And we've almost been going for 2 hours, so hopefully... Oops. Hopefully this will end it. The stream, that is. Hello, Kyle Entertainment. Are you there? I'll give you like 2 seconds. 1.
Whoa.
All right. Welcome.
Wait, can you actually hear me?
Yeah, you sound
No,
terrible.
can't.
It sounds like an internal mic of a
Okay,
laptop
good.
or something.
Yes, it's on the wrong mic. The mic literally just fell out. All right, I'm trying to fix it. Okay, everybody calm down.
Yep. We'll wait. We'll wait right here. As I
Well, I'm
go
gonna
on
have to
my...
leave.
Oh, yeah, okay. That's fine. I'll go on my notepad. What have we got here? So, Fire Punch, done. Vince McMahon, starting. Arcane,
It's
basically
bad,
done.
Alita, it's bad.
Oh, you sound like so much better now. What's bad?
It's starting to flicker.
What's starting to flicker? Oh, the light, the microphone?
I think the section, it's getting a little worse. I think we might have to buy a new one. But right now, it's, you know, it's working. It's stable.
Just get an SM7B. That's what Destiny always says, right?
SMs, does that plug into a USB port?
I have no idea. Probably. I know it's
Probably
like
not.
it's probably like $900 or something, but
And
that's
is
what
it
all the
easily
streamers
portable?
have. It's $750, and I think it's just like the current mic. I don't know. But also don't get it.
No.
I think what you need, Kyle, you need a mic that is like an action microphone that you can like take when you're like jumping off cliffs and stuff. That's like not gonna break.
True.
Just
I
get
need
like
to
a
move
rugged
around.
one. Yeah, true. A lapel one, I'm telling you, a wireless lapel mic, which I have one actually. I bought one the other day, but it doesn't sound that good. Anyway, one day I'll try it on stream. All right, so
Alita,
were
can you
here.
congratulate me on my victory over the Great Heath?
I don't care about Pokemon one bit.
He had a type advantage over me too. You should download the game, Alita. It's just so great. It's just free on your iPhone.
I love iPhones. We established that earlier.
Well, it's also on the other phones, I'm pretty sure. So that's crazy.
Oh,
Now, Leary, I'm going into my content section. I'm going to make this video just so public.
I'll search it up. What is this?
Also, all
It's gonna be
songs
a dub?
included in this one, Leary. I had some ingenuity. I had to. We'll talk about it when we get to the great 3 songs that are ingenuitively included.
Wait, give me
Oh
a
my god! I
second.
just got a notification for a great upload from the secondary
Oh my
channel.
god, there's so many settings because I got that Discord Nitro free trial that they offered me. What is this? Wait.
Was it very worth it?
Is that
Wait,
the
are you
right
streaming?
thing? Yeah, I am.
Oh, are you streaming?
There were so many options when I tried it. Didn't know what I was doing.
Oh.
All right.
Gone, what is Gone doing?
I don't know. It was in Arabic or something.
Gone loves
40
Israel
seconds ago.
almost as much as Lauren Southern loves Destiny. We're moving on, Alita. Oh, you don't read this. There's like 3 spelling mistakes in it, and I didn't correct it.
That's okay. So there's too many great OST tracks. This was easily the hardest of these lists to make. So you got like a nice chronology of your lore here. This is great. I'm sure everyone's
And then I'm
going
just
to
gonna
read
repeat
this.
myself.
Yeah. Way too many songs that I had to cut. It was truly heartbreaking. More so than any of these other lists. This was difficult to make. But also,
I
more
just
than
did
any
that.
other list, there's a lot of Ava and Cowboy Bebop in place of Naruto and Pokemon in the other ones. And like 1/3 of the list is Shiro Sagasi, which I have no idea what that is.
You love that guy.
I wanted to include a Razafan, a Lane song, more than one Steins Gate song, etc., etc., etc. Also, did you know that you say etc., Kyle?
Is that wrong? Are you laughing at
It
me?
is. It's etc. It has the T's before the C. You notice that? Anyway.
No, it's obviously EX, etc.
Right. I even had to cut Greenbird and the Madoka theme. My goodness, true.
You like both those songs, Elitari?
Yep, it's a big disappointment here, but you know.
No, you don't know what Greenbird is, but you
yeah, I do.
when
It's the
tell you
Cowboy
in a
Bebop
second.
one out the window. I know what it is. Yeah. They used
It was
in
number
the,
30 for a long time.
They used it in the live action. It was sick.
I wonder if these other songs were used in the live action, and you're gonna recognize them.
I don't know.
Now, Elitari, you didn't even theorize what all of my favorites were gonna be yet.
Because I established this earlier in the stream.
You
I have no.
I talk about it all the time.
Nope.
You just don't listen to me, Elitari.
Yep. Well, I mean, you just
What
say
about my
so many
favorite-
things that I don't pay attention
My
to everything.
favorite animes.
Fine, yeah.
What are they, Elitari? Oh my god, I love this.
Here we go. Something from Black Lagoon. Which one? Let me
Think a little harder, Elitari.
That
one.
That main theme that plays in Roanapa. You know the one that's like it sounds like bubbles or whatever. I don't know how to describe it.
No,
but it's great.
I don't even like that one. Bacon likes that one.
Oh yeah, true. That's Bacon. That's who I was thinking of.
There are 2 Black Lagoon songs on there, though, Elitari. You're so smart.
Yep. Okay. This is anime, right? Yeah, anime. Probably Steins Gate, that beta, whatever. You know the beta one. I don't know what it's called. You know what I mean. It's like something.
Well, like
it's like
two
the Reading
Steins
Steiner, but it's like beta something. Reading Steiner. You know the famous one. I can't even do it, but you know what I mean. Is there anything?
Elitari can't sing like I can.
I don't think Kyle is brave enough to put a Death Note one. I would put a Death Note one. I don't think he would.
I did have to cut the Death Note song I wanted to include, which was
Yeah.
Light's theme, which is obviously better than L's theme, of course.
Which one is Light's theme? I don't remember it. I know L's.
L's theme is the that's L's theme. We
Yeah.
hate that one.
Well, there's 2
We like the Light one,
variations.
which is the one with the guitar.
The da 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 da. Yeah, I know what you mean. I can't sing it,
No.
but yeah, I know what you mean. Okay.
Well, you just sung the L one, but that's okay.
No, I didn't. Wait. It has a guitar and it's like strumming, not strumming.
Wait, no,
it's
that
like
is the
playing
Light one, isn't it?
I think so. Okay, good. I don't even have to look it up then.
Anyway, who knows? They got cut. The Madoka one's so good, Elitari.
Yeah, which is strange that it's not here, so I don't know what else would be above it.
Oh, Attack on Titan, Elitari. Which ones are we including?
Oh, I know you like the Attack on Titan. It's the Reluctant Heroes, obviously.
What? How do you know I like that one?
Because you say it all the time. Every time it's brought up, you're like, "This is the greatest song ever." And I'm like, "Yep, true."
No,
I don't know what else you'd put. I know you hate the trailer one, but I'd have the trailer one, obviously, from season 4.
No, the trailer one's okay. You know, it's just everybody made fun of it for being so bad, and how they should have used that other one that's not on the list either, the Rhino reveal one.
Oh yes, yeah, people love that one.
I did have to cut the great female Titan one that Elitari never remembers, but me and Mr. R, we were freaking out about when we were doing our discussion all those years ago.
Berserk. You wouldn't put Guts because you're a hater. You'd probably have something from the movie because you always talk about how great the.
Oh, we
movie
love
is,
the movie, and remember I was complaining about how it was copyright fucking me this whole last 2 weeks. So yes, Elitari, there's 2 of them on there.
Yeah.
But there's also original show ones. There's 2 original show ones, in fact.
Well, the only 2 would be. Well, Forces.
Actually, there's 3
It'd be
besides the Guts
Forces,
one.
and it would be.
No, I don't believe you.
It would definitely be Forces. I don't know. There's only like 6 songs in that damn anime, so there's like I don't even know the other ones. It'll be the one where they're
Soundtrack
like.
is 11 songs long, actually. But,
Oh, 11,
that's okay.
True.
There's Earth, which got cut, which is a really cool one, and another one. You're
I think
forgetting, but
Earth
we'll
is
get
the one I was thinking of. That's the one where it's like
Earth is the cool one.
celebratory and stuff, and they're like.
No, the Earth one is like march. No, it's not like marching. It's the Earth one's so cool, bro. It just sounds like you can't even explain it. It sounds like nothing you've ever heard before.
Wait, it's not in it, right? I can look it up.
Yeah, it's not in it.
Okay, wait, let's see.
Berserk Earth. Oh, it's so cool, Leary. This is a number 31. Oh, look, they're marching.
Yeah, this is what I was thinking. It's like a party. This is. I think they show it with a party, right? Where is it?
There is one literally called Ball on the soundtrack, which is just like generic party music, which is what I thought you would.
This bit.
Oh, nah, we're marching, Leary. This ain't no party.
No, here you're like at a rave. You're like partying and stuff. Anyway, all right, let's just watch it. All right, we don't want to get too many.
Okay, let's get into it, everybody. Everybody's very excited. We're just so excited.
All of our people here. All right, let's go. Oh, I know this one. Evangelion. This is a good
we
one.
love the great Ray Ayanami.
I actually completely
So
forgot
you
about
already got
Evangelion.
one?
Yeah.
Oh, Evangelion, the most represent. Oh, Bebop probably has more songs, you know, like. Down, 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 down.
Okay, one recognized.
Down, down, down.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this one's also pretty good.
Do you like the image? It's a pretty cool image, huh?
Yeah, it is. Did you make it?
No, I found it on the great internet.
Mm.
God, so cool, Leary.
God,
Look at the
Noriko's
great
so cool.
Momo there. No, she fucked with Noriko.
Oh, Isabella's Lullabies is a very good one. All right, all the way down at 28. Pretty crazy. We love it.
Yeah, Alita's favorite series of all time.
Yep. Well, no, but this is a good song. I remember listening to this after the finale.
Sometimes we cut between different parts of the song, Leary. Just
Yep.
super excited.
Because there's like good bits and bad bits, you know? You want to get to the
Because
good
the
bits.
intro is the striking bit where you recognize it the most. So you have to get that
True.
for the. And then you got. So first of all, we're 3 from 3 already, Alita.
True.
You said you'd only recognize like 3 songs.
Well, these
So
will be the
maybe
3
you
I
should-
know. I don't know this one.
Oh! You've seen the Shades video.
Nope.
This is the old movie I'm always bragging about knowing.
This
Alita.
feels like an old song from like the 20th century.
From 1967, in fact.
Maybe.
It's the intro to
Aladdin.
the movie and the outro.
Okay.
Oh,
What
you gotta
the
know
hell
this
is
one
this?
soon, Illyria. I'll tell you what.
I need to
God,
hear
this
it.
one's so cool. It's like jazz and stuff. Everybody shut up.
Oh wow, it's so good. Okay, this bit's better, you know. I mean, it just kind of just sounds like
You
any
just
other.
gotta get in the vibe, Illyria, okay?
Yeah, sounds like any other jazz song I've heard in my life.
No, it's fine.
Mhm.
Yo!
Call your name. Interesting. You like all
Now,
the English
Illyria-
songs. Mm-hmm.
True. But apparently this is in the last episode I haven't seen, which is funny, because when I was looking the song up, they were just trying to tell me about this last episode.
I don't even remember this. Maybe.
Well, if Mikas is killing Eren, this song is probably playing. Spoiler alert.
Maybe. I don't think so.
Well, that's what my Google led me to believe.
Oh, maybe it is.
Oh, this one's so good. Oh.
Look at Mikasa. Oh my goodness.
He's so cool. I like the images I chose for the Son of Leary. They're my favorite. This one's not really that good though, but you know the rest of them are really good. Oh, Leary. Miller the Killer's freaking out right now. Leary, in 600 episodes, you're gonna be crying. Listen to this song.
I'm sure I will be.
Oh, they stopped.
Why is there a piano?
Leary.
What is this?
I know Japanese, Leary.
Oh, it's like a reference to some other song? It feels like? I feel like I've heard this, something like this.
Well, it's very popular, Leary. It's from One Piece. Everybody's heard this song. Why are all those people dead? And why is he playing the piano, Leary?
Because it's like a sick introduction scene where he like kills a bunch of people and
No,
plays the
it's the
piano.
ending scene, Leary. It's
Oh.
so sad. Spoiler alert.
What's this?
Oh,
okay.
Leary, you got to turn it up.
I'm not turning it up. I'll get a copyright strike.
Oh,
My
yeah.
goodness.
No, you won't, because I mastered Leary. Now, what I did is I put the microphone near the window, and it was raining a little bit. Fits with the image, you know, it's
yep.
pretty cool. And then I played the song through the speaker. And so I recorded it manually. And so I got through the copyright system.
That is
Fuck
ridiculous.
you, YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
And if you turn it up, you can hear it perfectly.
Yep.
But this one's the
Wow.
greatest.
Yeah, I love it. Look, they're inside a tree. They're naked. Well,
No,
Casca's
it's
naked, I
everything's
guess.
covered, Leary. Yeah, Guts has got pants on.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want to see that, Leary. Oh, the only Naruto one on here. How's that possible, Leary? This one's gonna get really epic in a second.
What does it
Nah,
sound
this is
like?
just the intro, Leary.
Sounds like a Legend of Korra song.
Why is he so ominous in front of the moon, Leary? Who's that?
It's probably Naruto.
No.
It's probably Shippuden, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I like that fella Shippuden.
Yep.
Keith didn't include this one. Whoosh!
Oh, from the first scene in Cowboy Bebop. I remember this.
True, I made a video about that scene, but also from many other scenes.
Mm-hmm. This is a good song. I like this. What was the girl? Julia? Was that her name? Juliet? Julia?
Yes, the great Julia.
True.
Your favorite actress? She made a
Was
great
she?
video one time.
No, that was
Yeah.
Faye. That wasn't Julia. Oh my goodness, crazy.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
Julie is the girlfriend. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, you're not confusing me. I'm confusing you
Mhm.
here. Oh, here we go.
True.
This song's in all my videos.
Is Blood and Guts in this?
No.
That was a good
Blood
song.
and Guts. Now
we gotta listen to
Leori-
this. Wait. Shh. Okay, I get the gist.
You
Yeah,
can
you go
turn it
ahead.
up,
Go
Leori.
ahead. Yep.
You can turn it up a little. You know,
No,
you
no,
won't get
I'm good.
copyright. An original recording by me. I published it.
True. Oh, it's got a
Oh
violin
my god, I
and
just
stuff.
heard us through my other headphones. That was crazy. But it's just this violin's going off, Leary. I use this in every single one of my videos in the year 2020, I reckon, because it was just so cool. Wait, no, I think it was part of an intro at some point. It was crazy. Anyway. We're going to have one song full volume and then our last song at minus volume. Where's your
What is this?
Messiah? This is the credits for the very last episode, Leary. Of course you
Oh.
wouldn't know it. You're an idiot.
It sounds like
Spike's
that. It sounds like the Black Lagoon song when Sora May or whatever dies.
Oh, well, we'll get to that in a second. Wayne, shut up.
True.
Sora Mayo and Fratelli Mayu, of course.
Yeah, true.
Oh, this is a different part of the song. This doesn't sound like that.
I remember watching this on when I was at my dining table on my phone like 5 years ago.
And you were just taken aback by the great.
Yeah, I was like, oh, why do people like the show so much? That's what I thought when I finished.
That's what I thought the first time too. Osh.
Is this like the famous one?
Yeah, it's the famous.
Oh yeah, I can hear it. I
with
can
the
hear
chant.
it. Yep. True. This is a good one.
Yeah, you know, I made it so you could all hear it.
It's a good Blade Runner
except
reference.
thanks later. We don't like Blade Runner. Blade Runner sucks.
Yeah, you really would like Blade Runner.
What? Are you laughing at me or is it knowingly admonishing me?
No, you definitely like it. It's a good movie.
Admonishing. Like, no, Tears in the Rain. Oh, I'm crying.
That's the boring
For
scene.
realsies.
The other stuff is
Oh.
interesting.
That's the only one I know.
No, Tyrell and his like empire and stuff. Oh my god. Oh, it's a good one. Bailiff. I forgot about this. Yeah, this is a good one.
Remember when in grade 12 film and TV I made a music video for this song, Leary?
That's pretty crazy. When are you gonna
pretty
upload that?
I don't think I still have it, Leary, sadly.
Yeah,
But
this
I had a
is
guy
so
and he
good.
was looking in a mirror.
You know what? I think Berserk 97
What are you,
does it does a very similar thing to the Bruce Falconer score from Dragon Ball Z, where it's like all music is playing a lot of the time, and there's like not that much variation in some of the tracks where the music gets associated with the feeling of watching the show a lot. Like Baylor, this reminds me of like when I was watching the show a lot more than all the other songs we've heard so far. Because I think there's just not that much variety, and it gets played a lot. Which I
Yeah,
like.
they only use
It's like-
forces one time in the show besides all the outros.
They played in the outros?
Yes, the previews. I made you
Oh,
watch
the
previews on
previews.
stream one
Yes,
time.
that is
Don't
true.
act like you don't remember.
True.
Imagine just using forces for the outros. What are you, incompetent?
True.
Turn this shit up, Alito.
Look
What
at
are we
that
doing?
Bail it there. Oh my god. It's around
Yeah,
his
it's
neck.
Griffith, and he looks cool, and he's scared. He's in a river with Casca. Oh!
Oh, this one. It's so sad. Oh my god.
She's gonna give up Kurisu, Alito, for that other girl. Why is he doing it? But don't worry, he gets them all in the end.
Well, yeah, kind
Oh,
of.
cut.
It's like the central motif of Steins Gate.
Yeah, it's epic, bro. Or maybe, I don't know. We gotta rewatch Steins Gate and find out.
It's very good. Oh, here we go. of course.
Oh!
Wait, what is this? Isn't this a screenshot from the final episode? My goodness.
I thought it was from the Kenny fight, but no,
No.
it's oh yeah, he's all fucked up.
Yeah. This was like the coolest animation scene. My goodness. What a song. My goodness.
I can hear your voice. Oh, this is the best Cowboy Bebop
Yep.
song.
Don't know this one at all. Don't recognize it one bit.
Come on, O'Leary, sing along.
I don't know it. Does it get played once? I'm
From
guessing.
the Jet episode.
Oh, okay.
Yes, in the Jet. Most of these songs only play once in Cowboy Bebop. Are you stupid?
True.
Also, this is in a bunch of my videos too, so you should recognize it from that. And I'm more heard about you not recognizing from that, so please apologize.
I guess I need to rewatch the old videos.
No, that's not a good idea. We don't want that. I'll put in the next video for you, okay? Oh,
my goodness.
I I gotta watch this movie like today or tomorrow, Leary.
Is this the famous one with that like girl that's like a Pokemon or whatever?
No,
Okay.
Leary, that one hasn't come up yet. You silly Billy.
I want to watch that movie.
But this one, we should watch it, Leary. Let's watch the Pokemon movies.
I've heard so much about that. I mean, I just heard it so many times. You talk about how he fell in love with the Pokemon or whatever. I'm like, it's kind of interesting. I kind of want to watch it. Can you just like watch it, or do you have to like know Pokemon to watch it?
No, every part you could watch any episode in the there are some that are like the battle from the last episodes continue, but any other one you can. It's like Cowboy Bebop, Leary. Every episode's its own, except not really.
So true.
But definitely the movies, and the movies aren't even really canon.
All right,
we can watch that. When I get up to that movie, if you don't want to watch this great movie, the Great Lugia movie, or you don't want to watch them all in order, we can just watch that one. That's the 5th movie, Leary, Latios and Latias, Pokemon Heroes.
Yep.
Oh, it's good.
All right.
And he only gets tricked into because she looks like a girl. Okay?
True, but it's metaphorical, okay?
Well, not really. But Ash does love Pokemon, and he loves Lugia. Listen to this great song.
Right.
They play this to summon it, and this. Oh!
I don't think I recognize this either. What is this the one where they're on that other planet?
Myself. This is in the middle Julia episodes.
Oh no, there were
when
middle
Gren
Julia
is
episodes.
dying.
Oh, that's what I was thinking. Wait, isn't that the one? Isn't that the one on the other planet? Oh no, maybe I'm thinking of something else.
They're all on different planets. What are you talking about?
No, like there's one where they go and like he like has a jacket that's really puffy and stuff, and he's like.
That's this. Well, it's the episode after that one, but it's a two-part.
Oh my god, I can't believe I remembered that.
We'll make regrets. Oh, it's so jazzy, Leader. You love jazz here.
True.
Words that
It's in English.
Really? Yes. Oh!
Never heard this ever.
This is, of course you haven't seen the rebuilds. Also, I play this at the beginning of stream all the time. Also, this is the greatest song of all time. This is where the #1 starter leader should have been #1.
Why is there a pill in the middle?
That's Paris, a leader.
Wait, is this a...
Why are they in Paris?
Wait. Oh, never mind. For a second, I was like, is this like a visual metaphor for like a boob and this is like the nipple or something? And then I realized
that would be genius.
Because I remember there was like a giant lady in Evangelion at some point.
The Great Ray Ayanami, of course. Oh, you're going to see her soon, Alito. Don't you worry about the giant lady. Oh, it's going to get... Oh, I clapping.
Crazy.
This is
oh, you just reminded me. I definitely have a JJK song on this.
Oh, put this on max volume in your headphones later, Alito. You'll just be shaking your head back and forth, going super fast.
This is a good one.
Like, this is... Oh, thank you, Alito.
I mean, so far,
so dramatic and stuff. Yeah. I love Evangelion. And it's gonna get slow again at the end. Just wait for it. Oh, it's back to the beginning. This is crazy. You can loop it.
This is a bit more familiar.
It's in the last episode. Jet and Spike, they be talking. But they play this on a bunch in the show, actually. And they're like, man, I'ma die now. And Jet's like, you sure you want to? And he's like, well, I'm not gonna stop you. And then Faye tries to stop him, but then she doesn't really. She just shoots into the roof.
True.
And then he dies. It's sad. And there's Julia, Leader, your favorite.
I don't like Julia.
That's only because of the live action show where she's palling around with the vicious stuff.
True, she was really bad in that, I think.
Oh, that's that giant girl's eye, Leader.
Oh, I know. I recognize this song, but probably only from something you related.
This is the most famous anime song of all time.
Mm-hmm.
In my heart, I know the best thing I should do.
What is a Sousa?
It's about killing yourself. That's German, of course.
Oh, okay.
It means come sweet death, of course. Duh.
Mm-hmm.
What's once was happy, now is sad. I'll never love again, my world is ending.
Wow.
I know that I can never love again. Alira, your turn.
I don't know the song.
It's tumbling down, Alira. Come on now.
Everything is tumbling down. You just love your English songs. Oh, here we go.
Oh, yeah.
Another
this
great
is only the
English
first
song.
of two, though, Aliri, you know? I can't believe you forgot the other one, but maybe you'll remember it before
The
we
real
see it.
question is this better than the Roanapa song? I don't know, maybe.
Of course it is.
No.
Look at this great image. They were putting nails in this guy's head, Elitery, and look, they look scary.
True.
Now, I only did this one short because we heard it last time, Elitery. Come on now.
Mm. It just
Oh,
reminds
still
me of
going.
Better Call Saul every time. We love it.
We don't know about Better Call Saul here. We love anime.
Broken
Elitery,
Heart.
you love anime.
I love anime. It says it in my Discord profile. Oh, this is the one. That's a Pokemon right there. I can tell.
She's a Pokemon, Elitery. Don't fall for it.
It's crazy. You can tell from the
Zaladios.
hair. This is like Godfather music.
No, Elitery, it's way cooler than that.
Like I can imagine them getting married in Sicily or whatever.
Oh, this is set in a Venice-esque
that
location,
makes sense,
Elitery, in
yeah.
Italy. Oh, this is a cool spot. Oh, this is a cool spot, actually. Here we
Wow.
go. I can't do it, Elitery. You can't make that noise with your mouth. Oh, here it goes again.
What does it mean?
Like a piper or
oh
something.
my god.
It means we're searching for the girl, and we're running around the city, and it's a cool action set piece with Ariados and Espeon chasing us. It's so
True.
cool. It's the greatest scene of all time. Though I haven't seen it in 15 years. But I'll be there soon, Elitery. I'm watching these Pokemon episodes 2 at a time.
Is this a movie?
Yes. Now, movies happen at certain points in the show, Elitery. You don't know nothing.
Oh, okay. This is the best Cowboy Bebop one, obviously.
Nope, it's the second best one, but we'll get to the best one in a second.
Mm.
This is the greatest song of all time, Elitery.
It is very good. It makes me want to cry every time.
I close my eyes and I keep seeing things.
This is probably the best scene.
Elitery.
This is the best scene in Cowboy Bebop, of course. My goodness.
You know, it's in the top 3.
Yep.
It might be number 1 if we're trying to be nice. She said
Jesus.
bye-bye.
I
and
know,
they
it's so
they're just
sad.
eating eggs.
And then Iron chooses to go with it. Oh my god.
Iron does go, Elitery. It's the worst.
Yep.
And then Jet and Faye are just alone after the next episode because Spike's fucking dead.
How sad. Remember when he fought Ed's dad?
And Ed's dad beat the fuck
That
out
was
of him.
crazy.
Ed's dad was cool. He threw an egg at his head.
Yep. What is
That's
this?
the girl.
Oh, it is. But
This is
let
the
me.
mid-credit song.
Oh,
The
I
great
don't.
end of
yeah.
Evangelion. If you didn't know the most famous
I
song
don't
from the
know
movie,
this
you don't know
one.
this one. But this one is way better. Also, this is like a song that plays throughout the whole series, and then it gets lyrics in the final movie. It's
That's
the coolest
kinda
feeling of
cool.
all time.
Yeah.
It's just the instrumental. But the instrumental's kind of muted because the greatest song of all time's happening over the top of it.
You know, My Hero Academia did that too.
I don't believe you.
Are they like little rays in the sky?
No, those are the fake Avas that killed Asuka earlier.
Oh
You
yes.
remember that?
Oh, that was the best scene in all of fiction.
But then Shinji showed up and killed them all real quick. But then Rei showed up to grab him. And he was a little freaked out. And he does a big scream. And that's when the credits start. And then there's like a 5-minute credit sequence at the middle of the movie. Because that's really cool and epic and subversive.
Every
and
time
stuff.
I think about
And
this
then-
movie, it's probably the best movie ever made. I just don't remember it. So yeah.
Well, you're already so smart. If I can. But is the final rebuild better than it, Elitery? What discourse?
No idea.
Oh, Final Rebuild had that Parish song from LP. You know, that's pretty good. But the answer is
Oh.
no, Elitery. Of course, the end of it is this.
What is
Oh!
this? What is this from?
This is how it smells. This is the Rain song, Elitery, from
This one
episode
is like
5.
oh, okay. I thought
It's
maybe
funny
this
if
is
they
when he's
didn't
like
use
walking up
this
the
one.
stairs at the end or something. Or down the stairs.
In the rain.
Wait, what is episode 5? Which one's that?
It's when they fight the first time. It's the first time we see Vicious. It's what the episode 10 of Cowboy Bebop live action is about. I'm
Oh,
pretty sure.
interesting.
They fight in the church, remember?
Yeah, I do.
And they get
remember.
each other's weapon for a
That was,
second.
that was the
and then they
worst
shoot
scene in
and
the
stab each
live
other.
action. My goodness.
Oh. When I did look up images for this, it did come up with the live action image, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Am I wrong? Is it here that I belong?
Wow.
I forgot what 3 is.
Oh, of course,
no,
yeah.
I don't.
This is a good one.
We got the Black Lagoon one left and number 1. This is crazy.
Yeah, not me.
This is such a good song.
It's the greatest. Put it on your headphones, turn it up to max Leary.
Yep.
We're going on.
I mean, it's no guts, but it's like pretty damn good.
It's way better than that shit. You think that's the real words, Leary? Those are just what I mimicked out of it.
Yep.
Wasune wa. That's pretty on point, huh? Leary already knows what that word means. He speaks.
Right. Yeah.
Oh yes.
You know, I don't even remember when this gets
down.
played.
It plays in one song when they're marching at like episode 3, and it's completely boring, and it's not cool.
It's crazy.
And then it plays in the outros, and then never again in anything, except in the video games. Sometimes it's played it cool.
And I'm sure in video essays. Oh, okay. Yeah.
The Great Roberta.
True.
She was in the thumbnail, Leader. You didn't look at it.
I didn't. I was too anxious. No. What's the word I'm looking for? I don't know.
Anticipatory.
That's
You were
the
too
one.
anticipating. You were too. Yes.
Too eager. There we go.
She's standing on the prow of the boat, Leader.
This is another Godfather song.
This is actually from a completely different part of the world, Leader. You're a racist. She's from Colombia, remember?
True.
That's not in Europe, Leary. That's in South America. This is the best spot.
What is number 1? Remember when she kissed what's his name? That was
That's
crazy.
this scene, Leader.
No. Wait, no. When she kissed the kid.
Oh, Garcia, you're talking about. Okay,
That was crazy.
I don't think that was playing then.
No. What is it? Is Pokemon? What is this? One Piece?
You're about to see Deja Vu, Leader. No. Wait,
Oh.
is it dramatic?
Oh, I know this. Yes, I do recognize this. Oop.
Now, I went looking for this song in the show, Leader. Apparently, it's only an end of Ava at the end, which is crazy. I didn't know that. But
I'm sure there's some variation.
Yes, the first song we heard on the list was a variation of this.
Oh.
Ray 1, and then Ray 2, and then Ray 3. That's why it's Deja Vu in the same image, Leader. You see, I'm doing a whole thing.
Yeah.
And I think this song plays for about a minute and a half, Leader. So I don't know if you want to sit here and listen. But the best part's coming up.
Why is there a 0? That doesn't make sense.
What? Where's the 0?
On her chest. 0, 0.
Oh, we're building. Because Ava Unit 00 is her Ava, you fucking idiot.
Who is 01?
It's building. Shinji?
Who is 02?
Oscar?
That's ridiculous. I bet there's
Keep
no
going,
03
keep going.
There's no way.
Yes, Koji is, remember, and Shinji kills him,
Yeah,
but
I
he
do.
doesn't actually kill him. 04 is one that was getting made in Europe, and I think in the movies it's Mari, but you don't know Mari, Leary.
I do.
Where's
She has
Pink?
glasses or something. I've seen the TikTok
She does
edits.
have glasses, but she's also Shinji's mum's friend from college, reincarnated or something. It's crazy and stuff.
Wow.
It's gonna get
Why did you play the whole
Leary,
song?
okay? I do it for all of them, and this isn't even the whole song, so you should be grateful. Just tab forward 5 seconds, Leary. It's gonna get loud.
I believe you.
Oh, okay. We're gonna listen to the whole thing. Yeah.
Is this the bit? It's loud.
Hold on. At the end of this, ooh, it will be.
Wow.
How did you think anything else but the Great Evangelion would be number 1, Leader? You should be ashamed of yourself.
What's with the moon symbolism? What does she have to do with the moon?
Because Rei is like fate and stuff, and the moon does the tides. And there's one episode that's at night, and that's when
Sure.
Rei smiles, Leader.
I thought
and
Canute
she's
did the
Lilith.
tides.
And Lilith, no, Canute failed. Rei actually controls them stuff. And Rei is like Lilith or something, and the woman is the
Right.
moon, and the man is the sun. We understand this from Game of Thrones.
Yeah, and Heavenly Delusion. True.
Yeah, Karu's the sun, remember? Or Shinji the sun. No, Shinji's Adam.
Isn't
And
Agni the
Asuka's
sun and Judah's the moon?
Whoa, in the end, he was that Agni, he was the sun. Okay,
Wow.
let's quiet a little bit.
Wasn't that? Oh, 2 likes already. I assume you're one of them.
No,
Let's
why would
see.
you assume that?
Because
Why
you
would I
like
ever
all
like
your.
my
Oh no, don't worry. We're
stuff?
down to one. One like. That's pretty funny.
They didn't like the Pokemon song in there, Leary. That's upsetting.
Yep, we got 6 views as well. Not bad. Oh, and all the
Now,
songs are
4
listed here. Look at this. This is great.
Oh, those are the ones that got hit but
Yeah.
they let me through with those ones. You know, the great ones that I ingenued in there. You know,
That's the safest place to be, Kyle, when you've already got a content thing. Because they've given you permission,
true.
you know. We love it. Okay.
That's why we cut the video, Leary.
What is this?
She's gonna win, Leary, I believe.
I wonder who's gonna win. Is it gonna be a subversion? Oh, it could be like a toxic masculinity.
Like
thing.
even a normal man is stronger than a strong
I think
woman,
that's what
Leary.
it's gonna be.
But also, you see normal guys beating powerlifters in these videos all the time, Leary, because they're like fake or whatever. So, you know, she's
Or
not
like-
actually strong, she just does weights.
Unless you're not training specifically for arm wrestling, it probably wouldn't help, you know? It'd probably help a little bit, but...
What do you think's good for arm wrestling? Forearms?
Probably practicing arm wrestling, I would assume. But yeah, forearms.
Well,
How long is
I
this?
got the
Like-
greatest forearm.
Come on, show us the winner. Oh, she's trying hard.
No, she's gonna win, right?
Oh, he's trying
thing
now.
is
He's
popped up.
trying.
What if there's no winner?
Oh, no. On the edge of my seat. This is blocking his face. This is crazy. Wow, alright. What an
Gave
ending.
up in the end.
All
This
right.
was like Dan versus Perky Tom. It was so
Sure.
intense.
What is this? We're getting clips now. God, what a great show this was.
What the hell is this?
And it's recorded. It's recorded from YouTube. Did you see?
I did see that just now.
That's awesome.
Even
Oh,
I have the dignity to cut those out, Mr. Uploader.
Wow. True. Do you
What
recognize
is this?
this?
Legend of Korra or something?
No, it's from an actual amazing 10 out of 10 show. You're gonna recognize it. Actually, maybe you won't. I don't know.
Total Drama Island or some shit?
Wait for the transformation. Look, she's like naked and stuff and swimming.
It's a Little Mermaid.
Yep. No, it's not.
She's naked.
Yep.
It's Adult Swim. I thought this was Cartoon Network.
Nope. She's like happy and stuff. Actually, I don't know where this is going. Wait. What's the ending gonna be?
It better be the reveal of who the fuck this is.
True. I'm hoping it'll show it. Nope. It's Samurai Jack. I thought it was gonna show like Samurai Jack at the end or something. But
Wasn't
crazy.
Samurai Jack a kid's show? Why was she naked?
The last season is I think R-rated or maybe M-rated or something.
That's what people used to say around the schoolyard, that the last episode of
Oh,
Yu-Gi-Oh!
no.
Was like rated R, and that's why it was never shown, and they like swore at each other when Yugi was beating up Bakura. But that wasn't true, you know.
Yeah, does Yu-Gi-Oh even have seasons?
Yes, of course, it's got like 5 seasons. But the thing is, that it was just because the last episode never aired. It did one of those TV things where it got up to the last episode and then started from the beginning again.
Mm-hmm. We love.
So, you know, we were just
Yu-Gi-Oh.
left to speculate when I was like 5 years old.
I just realized I'm gonna get a bunch of arm wrestling videos now, Kyle. I shouldn't have clicked on that.
I want to see a man beat a woman, goddammit.
Yeah. All right. Oh, you know this clip? Goku likes
fry?
Bulma more. Have you seen that one? We're not gonna watch it, but it's pretty
What does
famous.
that mean?
I think
he
he
doesn't
like.
Bulma, he likes Chi-Chi.
No, I think she like. I'll give you some. Let me describe the scene instead of watching it. She's having a shower. She leaves the shower, and then Goku instant transmissions into her bedroom, and then he's like, "Whoa, what the heck?" And he's like, "I don't like you anyway. Your boobs are saggy or something." I'm like, "Whoa, okay."
What?
I think. Wait, now we gotta watch it.
Remember, Vegeta, Trunks has his big field.
It's in the dub.
Yep, we love the Dragon Ball dub.
Hey, Bulma.
Whoop.
You just said they were big.
That was not canon.
I've seen this screenshot before. I assumed it was fake.
This is all non-canon.
Oh, this is like when they were trying to figure out who the old Kai had to kiss.
Kind of, yeah.
But they
Except
Goku
it is
did
like the
say
exact
Bulma's
dialogue.
got to do it.
It probably is the exact dialogue from that, right? I assume.
It's a great callback, leader.
No, I think they literally put the dialogue over this scene.
Oh.
I think. Anyway, all right.
The
what?
Wait, I had something genius to say about this great scene.
Well, I'm
But
sure
now
the
I cannot
comments are going to
recall.
say it. Let's go read them. They're going to be great.
Oh, I have no familiarity with that Bulma voice. And I'm like, why doesn't she sound
Wait,
right?
is that
And
not
I
the
know it's
voice?
just because of... No, it probably is. It's just because I haven't seen any actual Dragon Ball in 10 years.
Oh, okay, true.
Except original Well, I can
Look at
hear
this.
original Dragon Ball Bulma.
That security
in my
would do
head.
nothing to Goku, assuming how strong he is in brackets. True. That's so true.
That's a Russian elitary.
So he didn't get shot in the chest with a wrist laser and almost die in Super Saiyan God Blue form by one of Frieza's lackeys? True. See?
But he wasn't expecting it, I bet.
True. All right.
It's like Batman with preparation time, but Goku with paying attention.
Mm-hmm.
You can catch anybody off guard. Hannah Fry's back again. And the same fan.
But we're not
clip
watching
is
it.
down
I'm
there.
sweating right now, literally. It's so hot in my room.
Yes, we gotta end stream, alright? I'm not here all
I've
day,
been going for
goddammit.
2.5 hours in my bedroom, my goodness.
So next stream, Elitary will have his top 30 openings. It'll be epic.
Yeah, no. I wish I could. You know,
You're
it would be so fun to actually make the list, but to share it on my channel and get my channel taken down, I would
Well, then
never
I'll
risk
upload it on my channel.
Yeah, you know what? That I would be willing to do. We'll see. But my list is going to be great. It's going to have everything, all the anime I've seen. It's going to be amazing. It'll
I made
have
a
like 3
playlist
seasons
today
of
to
Mob
put all my
Psycho.
song things in. It was
Yep.
great. And so now yours can go in there too.
That'll be fantastic.
And then our reaction to your ones can get uploaded to my channel too.
Yeah, I'll just take over the channel. It'll be great. Wait, one more thing. So we had 121 views, I think, on Arcane. Let's see what it's on now. 140. We're booing, Kyle.
Where's the comments? Any new ones?
Nope, still 4 comments. It's a shame.
Coward.
Anyway.
Now, I wasn't trying to get ahead of the hate here. I was trying to encourage it, you fucking idiot. And it didn't work.
True. Because we didn't get enough
Now, I bet our
engagement.
Chainsaw Man video, 10,000 views right now.
All right, let's quickly have a look.
The last 10 minutes, I
Secondary
think.
NT. 6 views, not bad. 45, 47. Really not. Wait, is the thumbnail test still going on for this? That's crazy.
Yeah, it was. I looked at it the other day, but I don't remember the results.
Okay, that's enough of this.
That is the fake one that nobody clicks on, though, Leori, and you just proved it by not clicking on it.
That is true. Thank you guys for coming. When am I streaming next? Let me think. So tomorrow is Sunday, so who knows? Maybe tomorrow. I guess we'll see. I know we probably might record Arcane tomorrow if we like. I don't know how busy Kyle is.
Oh, is it out, Elitery?
Maybe. I have no idea. Actually, let me have a look before I leave. Netflix.
I think it should be.
Oh no, it's gonna play dialogue. Wait, Arcane. No. Oh my god.
It's not.
Oh god. No, it just started an episode because I pressed the thumbnail. Wait.
And now it took you back to the season
Oh,
1
it is
tab.
out. Yeah, season 2, episode 7's out.
This is Big Lee. Wait, tell me the times. How long is
The
each
lengths?
episode?
Well, I can't know without clicking it. The first one is 41 minutes. I'm not gonna click it and get spoiled on them.
So I gotta check myself. My goodness.
All right. Thanks for coming. See you the next time I stream.